Yeah, beautiful rendition. Satisfied Marching Band will not be performing at halftime as they have been on the road. It is officially fall break now for both those schools, and so they are going to give them a halftime off, and we will hear them obviously throughout the game. Hopefully, hear the Savage Fight song multiple times tonight, as Savage offense has been rolling, and hopefully can put some big points up on the board. As I mentioned, that Savages had a great game last week, and again, as a favorite, but set a couple of season standards anyway. Isaiah Fields' 53-yard kickoff return is the longest this year so far thus far, all the way to the 30. It wasn't a TD return, but really a good way to start off and answer the score from your opponent. DeJon Hall, just a freshman, 14-yard reverse touchdown. That's his first rushing TD of the season. The freshman now has multiple touchdowns in 2 straight games. And the Savages are incredibly opportunistic. 3 of the Savages, 7 TDs versus Stillwater set up by interception. Sky Baker, Copather, and Jackson Porter had picks, which resulted in scoring drives of 84, 91, and 26 yards respectively. The Savage offense was unstoppable the last 4 games. Broken Bow has scored 265 points in 6 games. They exceeded their entire scoring output from last season, which was 207 points in the first 5 games since the beginning of the 4th quarter of the McAllister game, at which time Broken Bow trailed 37-14. The Savages have outscored their opponents 251 to 83, and just an incredible numbers they're putting up. Hilldale, they're no slouch themselves. They're coming off a 47-35 upset of Ada. They are 3-3 overall, 2-1 in district play. But they have their quarterback back, and that is one of the people to watch tonight. It's Dawson Fields, number 1, and he can throw the ball. His favorite target's going to be number 7, Brady Scott. Savage secondary going to have to try to contain those, maybe get some pressure on Fields, and hopefully we'll have some Fields to Fields connections tonight as Isaiah Fields, Savage defensive back, really getting things done back there in the secondary for Broken Bow. Captains are at midfield. And look at that shot of the Savage band. They will meet at midfield for the coin. Actually, I say they're at midfield. They're not quite at midfield. They're at the 35-yard line. So a little short, about 15 yards short of midfield. But they're going to meet for the coin toss as we're about to get things underway here. The Hornets and Savages have traded victories over the last 8 meetings. Neither team winning 3 in a row. Hilldale defeated Bromo 52-28 in 2022, 35-34 in 2020. That was a 1-point game, as you notice from the score. 21-6 in 2017 and 62-21 in 2016. Broken Bow won 35-7 last year, 38-31 in 2021, 30-10 in 2019, and 46-14 in 2018. So these teams have switched. Always a hard-hitting game, always a competitive game, and I kind of expect the same tonight. Broken Bow's main weapon, though, is going to be that Savage offense. As they mentioned, they've been stellar, most notably Braden Howe, quarterback of the Savage sophomore quarterback. He threw 2 interceptions in his first varsity game versus 5A number 6 rated McAllister. 1 interception the next week at 5A Durant, and 0 in the 4 games since then. This despite passing for...
You go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. This despite passing for over 1,000 yards. I mean, you look at those stats, 1,010 yards and just 3 interceptions, and those occurred in the first 2 games.
Right. Yeah. He's having such a fantastic season. Has really been on a tear during district play. You can see that he's got 187 plays through 6 games and almost 2,000 yards of offense. 24 touchdowns he's accounted for, Chris. That's a fascinating number through 6 games. I mean, you really think about that. He's averaging 4 touchdowns a game, combined passing and rushing. That's really a stellar sophomore campaign.
Yeah, especially considering some of the team that McAllister's rated number 5 in Class 5A, and they put up 26 points against them.
Right.
And one of the things is he's distributing it to receivers. I mean, last week threw for 223 yards and threw to 6 different receivers. And Dejon Hall had 3 receptions. Rocky Baker, A.J. Brandon, and Braden Williams had 2, and Isaiah Fields added a reception with Braden Williams. That is really great distribution. You've got multiple weapons that you're throwing to.
Yeah, it's fantastic. He's got a lot of players. He's got 9 or 10 players on his offensive roster, Maverick Lang I'm talking about, that touch the football. And, they're all getting in the stat book. They're all catching passes. They're all getting reverses or inside shovel passes. He's got lots of ways to distribute the football and lots of kids that can do something with it when they have it in their hands. That's an exciting football team. They've been very, very fun to watch so far. And right now we're getting into the heart of the season. You've got Hilldale tonight, you've got Ada next week, and you've got Poto 2 weeks later. McLean kind of sandwiched there, a trip to Tulsa. Don't let that road trip to Tulsa be a gotcha game. But this is a 4-game stretch right here where the Savages can show that they are a contender in this Class 4A in Oklahoma.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, that offense, it's Maverick Lang's offense, it gets increasing in adaptability and complexity as the season goes on. And it's an indication of the growth and increasing maturity of Graydon Howe, but also the maturity of his receivers as they get used to each other. They know where they're going to be on the field. They get accustomed to where to throw the ball. And as they sort of gel as an offense, they become increasingly more dangerous each week. And, if you try to, like Idabel did, they concentrated, they try to contain Howell. And as a result, we had a couple of other guys spring up, most notably Frazier, who had 3 catches for 118 yards. It's like a hydra. You cut off one head, 2 more appear.
Yeah, absolutely, Chris. That's obviously the Savages have a tremendous amount of offense, but they also have a stellar defense. They have really, after having given up big play after big play early in the season, they really have put the clamps down here in District 4A4. Teams are only averaging 100 yards, 102 specifically, yards of offense per game in district play, 51 on the ground, 51 through the air, ironically enough. It's a 50-50 split, rushing and passing. This defense really clamping down. Biggest stat on the page is a +7 in the turnover column. And that's a fantastic stat.
Any experienced coach would tell you that's what wins you football games. And I mentioned if the offense is a hydra, the defense is a chameleon. There are a few constants, the bones, if you will, with Quinlan Bailey and Kyler Cupid. Every week, it seems a new player or two emerge in the rotation to, impact literally and physically their opponents. Jacob Champagne became a ball hawk and bounty hunter on defense. He's out there at kind of a cheetah position, and he has made a difference in a lot of ball games. Corey Nocum's emerged as re-emerged as a hitter with speed, and Kyle Ginn manages to clog up running lanes, but has also enough quickness to apply pressure and rush. And Cole Patrick has made plays both at the line of scrimmage and in deep zone coverage. These are the guys that are emerging week to week. And Jackson Porter, interior defensive lineman Jackson Porter, added an unlikely defensive stat to his resume, INT. He got an interception last week.
He did absolutely get an interception last week. That was fantastic. That was fun to watch. Kel Ginn almost got one. He got out close, about to get his hands on one too. So we're looking at defensive tackles, back in coverage. It's really an interesting defensive scheme. Sounds like here come the Hilldale Hornets onto the screen.
Yeah, there they run onto the field. The Savages about to do the same. Man, and carrying the American flags, and exciting. They are ready to play some football. We are ready to watch it. The Savages, I'll mention on top of that the special teams play has been great. Hunter Shomo, another one of those guys that popped up last week. Man, he had 6 solo tackles just on the kickoff team. Fantastic. Most starters don't get 6 unassisted tackles in a game. But then again, the Savage kickoff team has seen a lot of action lately, and we hope they see more tonight. Of course, the mention that the Hilldale Hornets want to try to prevent that. And they do have an offense that we have to watch. As mentioned, their starting quarterback, Fields, didn't start he was out a couple of games, but now he is back with a vengeance. And that number 1 to number 7 hookup is something the Savages are going to have to watch. It's going to be Fields trying to throw to Brady Scott.
Yeah, Dawson Fields was out the early part of the season with a broken bone in his foot. And while he was out, they went 1-3. But when he's been back in the lineup, they're 2-0 with an impressive win over the Ada Cougars last week, where they kind of matched punches most of the game, and then really did just kind of outlast them in the last few rounds of that, heavyweight bout, I guess you could say. And they were they were the better team. There was no question about it. I watched the game twice, and there's no question Hilldale's the better team between Ada and Hilldale. So they're going to put up a fight tonight. This is going to be a really, really good football game.
Yeah, and it's here being at Broken Bow, one of the things to have, and again, they do not really give up, but they did give up all in a game, albeit the Fields didn't play in, but gave up a early lead against Salisaw. And so the Savages would like to jump out to an early lead, get a couple of stops on defense, and take control of the pace of this ball game. That starts right here as they have elected to receive the opening kickoff.
So the young man that's kicking off actually has two 53-yard field goals to his credit in his career. So he's got a big foot, and he could put points on the board from, field position typically that's not points for a high school team. So he's I think his name is Cash. His first name is Cash Schiller, I believe. Cash Schiller.
If he can kick 53 yards in high school, he may be looking at some NIL cash very soon.
Yeah, he's done it. He's done it twice, actually. He's got two 53-yarders. So this is I've seen this guy kick deep on tape, but I've also seen that high pooch that, lots of teams prefer. So that's maybe something. We'll see what he does. We know what we set up for, but we've got some guys deep that if they get their hands on the ball, they can be dangerous.
Yeah, you've got Teneharo back there, and along with Fields, but I think DeJohn Hall over there on the far side at the 15-yard line is probably the most dangerous deep man for Broken Bow. He has been stellar lately. Keep in mind, though, the Fields ran one back 53 yards, albeit against Stillwell last week. Here's the kick.
So it's a pooch.
And that is going to be fielded.
No, it's a loose ball.
Oh, that is what you have to watch out for, and they may have recovered.
That's an auspicious beginning for the Broken Bow Savages as Braden Williams had the ball bounce off of his chest. Hilldale has the football in great field position inside Savage territory at the 35-yard line. Not the way you want to start the football game.
No, and it gives them a lot of momentum, and they may just go for the jugular right off the bat, as they have been known to throw deep. Watch number 7. Savage is going to have to get a pass rush. 1st and 10. In Savage territory.
Savages with Cupid at one edge rush and Allen at the other. Porter and Ginn are the defensive tackles. Those are your front four.
Fields in the backfield. He's going to throw a reverse, and he's trapped in the backfield.
Look at those black shirts converge, Chris. There's 6 defenders around the football on a double reverse.
Wow.
How's that for defending?
Champagne, Porter, and Cupid out there making the tackle along with a host of other Savages. Did not fall for it, and they lost 7 yards or 8 yards on that, Skip.
Yeah, that's a big, big play for the Savages. Now they're back, got the Hornets back in behind the chains, 2nd and 17, tough situation. Almost obviously a throwing situation, you would think.
Yep, and Savages have been opportunistic lately. 3 INTs last week. Let's see what they do here. Is it going to be it's a handoff. They're running, and he's taken down the backfield. Cupid ran him down from the backside.
Yeah.
What acceleration.
You got 2 yards, almost 3 yards to the 40-yard line. So the Savages now have got them 3rd and 15. And that's, again, that backside pursuit from Cupid. He's just so big and so fast, they can't block him.
And if you wonder how fast he ran down a running back from behind on that play. Man, that puts him in 3rd and 15.
Yeah, Savages with a good look here on defense. Let's see what happens.
Field tries the hard count.
Give them 5.
Yeah. Well, that'll make it 3rd and 10.
Yeah, and that's going to be some extra exercise for Mr. Porter on Monday. And in fact, he's going to get some rest right now, whether he wants it or not. So you've got Jimmy in the ball game now. So
yeah, and that kind of thing is going to drive Rick Lang, to a point of boiling.
Still 3rd and 10 though. Still a long way to go for them on the 1st and 10 here.
Watch these trips up top and flooding the zone up to the far side of the field, and that looks like what they're going to do. They're going to throw it long and good coverage, throw it up for grabs.
That's terrific.
That's Sky Baker running step for step.
No, that was Cole Patrick.
Oh,
Cole Patrick was locked up at the waist with him. Sky Baker was floating in free safety at the deep 3rd, but Cole was right on him. There was nowhere for that ball to go. I mean, that was great defense. And I mentioned that these guys are getting off the field pretty frequently. They are very, very good on 3rd down. You're going to see them on 4th down here because the ball's at the 35-yard line.
Well, you may. He kicked a 50. It's a 40. It would be a 52-yard field goal attempt if they kicked it from right here. So.
Yeah, I don't think with 10:28 in the first period, I don't think they're desperate for a 53-yarder. I think they want to try to move the chains, prove they can move the ball on Broken Bow.
Yeah, they've got a different quarterback. This is going to be a direct snap to Rowland. And this looked like illegal procedure, either a timeout or illegal procedure. Let's see.
Yeah, they want a timeout. Hilldale wants to talk about it on 4th and 10.
Well, let's take one. Timeout on the field. 0-0 is your score. We'll take one as well. You're watching Broken Bow Savage Football on the Broken Bow Network.
When I share my story, It's about more than building an inspirational space for artists. I represent the creative spirit of the nation, the Choctaw Nation. I am our history.
I am our culture.
I am our vision.
I am all of us.
Because our stories make us more.
At McCurtain County National Bank, we are continually seeking ways to meet the changing needs of our customers. We offer a full range of services, such as free checking, online and mobile banking.
When I share my story, it's about more than building an inspirational space for artists.
That's number 8 in the backfield.
Oh, that's Ireland.
Oh, that's number 4.
It's going to be a reverse pass. He's under pressure. Picked off by the Savages. That's going to be Sky Baker with his second straight interception in as many games.
Yeah, so we dropped the football on the opening kickoff, put it on the ground. They get negative yardage on their possession. That's what you want. Play defense, boys. Play defense. Now here comes the offense. We're going to get a chance to see the offense.
Yeah.
We talked them up, and then now we didn't get a chance to see them because of the turnover, and the Savages now just +6 in the turnover column.
And their only positive gain was on a penalty. That was a fantastic defensive stand, getting the momentum back, and now it's going to be Graydon Howell and company with good field position. They're going to start off at the 37-yard line.
A strong left, Bailey in the backfield.
Got Hall split to the near side. It's going to be Bailey off the middle. He has running room. Big hole. 40, 45, midfield, 45, all the way across, and that's just power football. That was a fantastic block.
Yeah.
But I think that was
but we're bigger and faster than you are. Try to tackle us. That's what that statement is right there.
Yeah. That was Cupid and Jackman.
Yeah.
The right side of that left side of that offensive line. No, that was the right side. That was Hoover and Burris.
They brought the house. They had 7. They had the entire forcing unit coming at the football, and Bailey just blew right by them.
So 1st and 10 for Savages in Hornet territory. And now they're going to flip Williams over to the other side on the slot. Howell, it's going to be a pitch going back the other way. Williams is running room. He's the 35. Williams to the 30. All the way past the 25. Move the chains again.
First down.
Savages 2 consecutive first downs on as many carries.
Yeah, that's fantastic work by Braden Williams. You know, he gets that inside shovel pass. That's a complete pass, by the way. Another one for Graydon completion. Even though it's a little pitch, it's a pitch forward. And the Savages set it up 1st and 10, 25-yard line deep in Hilldale territory here.
Fantastic start offensively for the Savages. Now they're going to have Rocky Baker in the slot. Still Bailey in the backfield. They're going to fake play action. Howell looking. Now it's going to be Howell. May decide to run. He does to the 20, and he is just so fast. It looks like he's jogging out there. He picks up 5-6 yards.
Yeah, he gets just slowly jogging to the outside is what it looks like. And he's moving faster than everyone else.
Oh, let's call it a gain of officially 6. Just he's inside the 20-yard line to the 19. Savages now in the red zone at the 19-yard line, facing let's call it 2nd and a long 4. 9:27 and not ticking. 0-0 is your score. Here is and there's going to be illegal procedure on the Savage. Nope, sorry, that's offsides. Wait, I saw 2 men in motion and just made an assumption. And you know what happens when you make an assumption? That's a first down for the Savages, I believe. Oh no.
No, it's
going to be it's going to be a foot away.
Yeah, it's not a first down. They're going to give him. No, what are they doing? They are going to move the chains.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was inside. It was a long 4. It was right. It was on the other side of the 20. So Savages get a first down the easy way. Now quickly, here's the snap. Here's Bailey. Bailey looking for running room, and he meets. Wow, Bailey shoved 2. Well, the ball popped up, but that was already blown dead.
Yeah, they stopped his progress a long time ago.
But not as big a hole that time. And Bailey made contact just off the line of scrimmage, drove 2 tacklers about a yard further, but that was it. Let's call it a gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8. Got DeJohn Hall split out to the near side. Tenejero to the far side. Brennan in at tight end, and Rocky Baker in at slot. Howell, now they're going to flip Baker and Brennan to the other side. Here's Howell. Howell with it's going to be a pitch to Baker this time. Same play that Williams ran. Baker drags the defender all the way down to the 10-yard line.
Got a penalty marker, Chris, thrown right at the exchange.
That's usually going to be a
holding
call, yeah. And that's once again, we're inside the red zone and we're coming back out. So.
Yeah, that's the way it goes sometimes. Savage is having a little troubles with penalties this year. They've over 600 yards of penalties through 6 games.
Yeah, now
most of them holding off.
Most of them, and I will admit though, one of the things is because we're on offense so often. I mean, dominate time of possession, and so that's you tend to get more penalties on offense of that time.
So that should put us in 2nd and 20. Is that right?
Yeah. Let's say 2nd and 19 because it's at the 20.
That's 2nd and 20. He's getting
the line to gain's the 15. We're at the 24, just a shade inside the 25.
Line to gain's just inside the 5.
Oh, it's inside?
And we're inside the 25.
Okay, let's call it 20.
Savages are going to take a timeout. What's happening here?
I don't know. I haven't.
Jackman is coming out of the game. He's got a bad helmet.
Oh. And
so Sonny Freeman is going in the game.
Yeah, and it's a equipment timeout, so the clock is not running. You won't get a delay of game penalty for that. I think one of the officials noticed it and called an official timeout. And so, now he's got to stay out again. He tried to go back in. You have to actually stay. His helmet came off, so he does have to stay out one down.
I mean, he came off to change equipment, so he's got Sonny Freeman in the game for him here.
Now, Brandon in at tight end on the near side, and now they have Williams at the far side.
So let's reset this. 8:24 left, first period, 2nd down and 20. Football just inside the 25-yard line.
We may see the second pass of the game, and it's play action. No, it's going to be Howell. Looks like he intends to run. He's the 25 to the 20, and he gets hit out of bounds. That's going to be a late hit, and that's going to get the Savage an automatic first down. And that was about 5 yards out of bounds. They shoved Great Howell down, and so Savages get move the sticks. I won't say the easy way. It wasn't easy for Howell as he took a shot out of bounds, but that's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, late hits.
So personal foul is no longer an automatic first down. So this is a 15-yard penalty. He's going to replay 2nd down. It'll be 2nd and 5, I think.
Well, isn't it from the point of contact, though? He was already at the 25, at the point that it occurred.
Okay, dead ball foul. So he gets a gain plus you're right.
Yeah.
It's going to be a first down.
And it should be inside the 5-yard line. I mean,
it's going to be half the distance, won't it? 15.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. It's inside. It occurred inside the 20, so 7.5.
If it happened at the 16, it'll go to the 8. And that's about where it's at, the 8.5 yard line.
So it does not give you a first down.
No.
Well.
So it's a half the distance penalty. I would think that's an automatic first down on a half the distance penalty.
It should be.
I think it should be. It's a 15-yard penalty.
Otherwise, it's like, well, if they're inside the 20, go ahead and take your shot because you can get it at 50% off.
That's what Maverick is saying. Maverick's saying, hey, isn't that a first down? He's arguing with him right now. I think it's the first down.
And if it's not, it certainly should be.
It's half the distance. You got to drop the chains. I mean, that's half the distance penalty. That's an automatic first down. Otherwise, it's a 15-yarder at the end of the game, and that's going to be a first down either way.
And we're going to have a conference between the officiating crew here. Well, it's been several delays, one for the helmet coming off and one for a discussion about penalties and downs. And this may be one they just have to file a protest with after the fact. Well, as it is, it looks like it's going to be 3rd and 4. The line to gain is the 5-yard, actually just the other side of the 5-yard line. Savage getting a play. And
it's a 9-yard line, or roughly 8.5 or so.
Yeah. And here's just a straight run. Howell looking, avoids 2 tacklers. So how did he get out of that one? Still, blow the whistle.
They got him on a loss. Savages, that play was designed to move a little quicker than it did.
Yeah.
And that was the problem. And it took so long for that play to develop. And now you got a 4th down situation.
That you shouldn't have.
Yeah, I don't think you should have this. I think this ought to be 2nd down.
Well, may say RPO.
I think you got a pass call here. They're going to bump. They're going to bump on. How's that not a penalty?
Hey, I don't know. DeJohn Hall split out to the near side. Looks like Tinahero inside him, and then Jacob Champagne on the far side. Back to pass, backing up. Graydon Howe, now he's scrambling to the other side. Still scrambling, still looking. The ball's up in the air. On fourth down, once again, the Savages have converted on fourth down, this time for 6 points. That was a beautiful pass to Rocky Baker as he kind of floated, after he ran his route, just sort of floated back to the corner of the end zone. Graydon Howe found him and delivered it right on target. Beautiful. Savages go up 6-0.
That was absolutely gorgeous.
7:06 left, first quarter. Pregame on top, 6-0. Silver with an opportunity to make it 7.
We got lots of bells and whistles tonight. I'm distracted in all different directions.
Oh, that was actually not a very good snap, but Blake Skelton brought it back. And the kick is up, and it's good. Nice job by Skelton on the hold. Savages up 7-0, 7:06 left. We'll be back to more first quarter action. You're watching Pregame Savage football on the Pregame Network.
Oh, no. Are you okay, Mike?
Yeah, got a pretty big fender bender here.
Don't worry. State Farm's got you covered.
That's great to hear. Robin, what's going on?
We're going to get you a tow truck, Mike.
Thank you. Real fender bender going on. Fender bender. Fender bender. Fender bender. Fender bender. Everybody remain calm. No reason to panic.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right.
Jennifer Broadus, State Farm Insurance. Visit our new location at 1605 South Park Drive, 580-584-9184.
Welcome back, Savages. A beautiful strike, Graydon Howe, and that's his. Is that his 10th touchdown pass of the season? Skip?
Yeah, that's his 10th touchdown pass of the season. And
Baker's first touchdown reception, he had a no. Actually, that was a reception because it was that trap that it was considered. So that's his second touchdown reception of the season. He had one against Durant. Beautiful answer by the Savages to march downfield after the defense just fumbling a kickoff return, and then Savage defense shuts them down. Savage offense marches downfield and converts on fourth down.
Yeah, the Savage defense absolutely did its thing. I mean, they got them off the field, and once the offense got on, they knew where to go.
Here's the kick, and usually winds up around the 30. This is filled a little ahead of that. Guess who's making the tackle?
I'm going to say that's a young man named Shomo.
It is Hunter. Yeah, let's call him Headhunter Shomo, man.
That's awesome, Headhunter.
Yeah, I think Bentley Brown in there as well.
Love that.
40 and 50.
I bet he likes that nickname. I would if I
Headhunter Shomo.
Yeah.
Yeah, he deserves it, man. That's his 7th straight tackle on a kickoff.
Banner ads.
All right. Well, Savages lead 7-0, and the Hornets going to try to answer. They're going to start off this drive at their own 38-yard line. Going to have Fields back in at quarterback. Savages look like they're going to bring the house, and it's going to be Bailey grabbing him down. That's the strength of Quinlan Bailey. He just had one hand. Bailey was already falling down, had one hand, and just pulled the ball carrier down, basically doing a curl. And that's a strong man there wearing number 44 in black and gold. It's a gain of 1. That brings up 2nd and 9 for the Hornets. You see why Quinlan Bailey's leading the Savages in tackles. Had 71 coming into this game.
Yeah, he's a great defender, great linebacker. He reads so well, moves great. Somebody wants him next year.
Well, here's going to bring up a 2nd and 9. Play action, throwing out. It's caught, and he's immediately taken field. Great tackle by Cole Patrick.
Fantastic
I
coverage.
think that's a loss.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a loss. Fantastic coverage. I mean, read that play from the beginning. Strong safety on the play. Moving out with the back coming out, the slot back coming out. I mean, that you can't draw it up any better. You got to be so proud of the way they're playing.
This is I've used this term ad nauseum, but textbook. This Savage defense is where they're supposed to be, and they're making the plays when they get there. That brings up a 3rd and 10. As they try to draw the Savages offside, and I think that's a motion penalty. I think that's going to be illegal procedure. What? Okay. Well, maybe not. I was looking through binoculars and I saw the reaction, and so Savages said, well, that's not going to make the coaching staff happy. It's going to be, they're halfway. Hilldale Hornets get half of that distance on a penalty, and that may change their play call. I'm not sure. It's 3rd and 5. Fields back in the backfield. Has Gage Rowland, number 22, back there, running back. And Rowland is a load. You see that he's built kind of low to the ground back there. They may try to have him muscle ahead for 5. Let's see what happens. Nope, it's going to be maybe a double pass. They threw it backward. No, it's out in space, and it's an field tackle with help.
Yeah, I believe that's Patrick again.
That is Patrick. Man, he did a good job holding on until help got there.
Yeah, that's terrific.
Oh, Patrick. Fantastic game so far. And that's going to bring up 4th down, and they're going to be forced to punt. That's another loss. They have thrown 2 consecutive passes for a loss. And Patrick on both tackles. That's great support from the secondary. Back to punt. Good snap on 30-yard line. Here's the kick. And it's fielded by Howell. Watch out at his own 28. Howell up the sideline up to the 40. Just quickly, 12 yards, just like that. Savage is set up in beautiful field position once again as they'll take over at their own 40-yard line.
Looks like Jackman back in the huddle here. So back to the first unit on the offensive line with McDaniel in the middle. You got Burris and Cupid. The Jackman on the field as well, and Reese Hoover back in the lineup this week.
Yeah, great to see Reese Hoover back in there. He makes it, and he could have played last week. It's just they didn't necessarily need him in playing a opponent that was an underdog.
Here's that different look with Corey Frazier in the backfield rather than Quinlan Bailey on this possession.
Yeah, a little more speed. They also have Brannon split out to the far side.
Got an official timeout here, Chris. We got an equipment problem on someone.
Well, maybe it's not us this time. Let's see not sure what that was about.
I think we're ready to play now.
Quinn split out to the near side.
Graydon wants a new play clock. There it is.
Yeah. And they're going to flip Williams over to this side. It's going to be handoff up the middle. Frazier looking for running room. Follows Bogue. Breaks through the line. Nice hole and keeps his legs crushing. That is power running by Corey Frazier.
Well, they're trying to tackle the football. They're trying to strip it away from him. Corey just wrapped it up and kept moving forward. He got 3 or 4 extra yards while they were slapping at the ball.
That is I think that's the 3rd straight run by a Savage running back that has moved the chains.
Yeah,
Bailey twice. Well, they did wrap up Bailey once down near the end zone, but man, that's Frazier. He's the speed back.
I know we've only played 7 minutes in this football game, but it's clear to me which one of these teams is better than the other one. One of these teams is faster and stronger than the other team.
Yeah, and that line is certainly doing an excellent job. Here's a rollout. Has time, throws it in. Intercepted. Watch out. It's going to be Graydon Howell going to have to make the tackle.
That's a pick 6.
Well, maybe not if he can be caught by Cupid, and not for lack of effort. That was a bad choice, and that was
that was a very bad choice by your quarterback. And he's shake it off. That's fine. Shake it off. We're still playing. It's a tie ball game if they kick the extra point. So, I mean, get in there and your offense is back on the field. Now Graydon's got a chance to redeem himself like Cole Patrick did on the last possession. So
yeah, that was again, just a poor choice throwing it downfield. But and we talked in the pregame. He's only had 3 interceptions, and they were at the first. Maybe we jinxed him.
And one of those was a pick 6, if you'll recall.
At McAllister. Yeah. Now they're going for 2. They're going to pitch it out in the corner, and it's going to be a pass, and it is 2. Good for 2 points.
Yeah.
So they take the lead.
They came to play.
Off a pick 6. Now it's the Hornets that are up just by 1, 8-7, 4:11 left to play in the first quarter. We'll take a break and be right back for more first quarter action. You're watching Pregame Savage Football on the Pregame Network. Back. Yeah, Savage cheerleaders cheering, and Savage is Savage defense has still yet to give up a touchdown. But
well, I mean, I stand by my statement. We're going to still the better football team. What we got to do is get our heads together, get back on the field, make things happen. I mean, we've got the speed and size advantage on them, and clearly it's showing in the first quarter. That was a bad decision by the quarterback. I mean, that sometimes happens.
Well. Yeah, and he's a team leader. It's not going to get Graydon Howell down. He is a guy that's just going to say, brush it off, and now let's go back and get him next time. And so I expect the same kickoff style as the first one, though, that they recovered because it worked the first time. So it's probably coming this way. Need a fair catch and have the sure hands team there.
Yeah.
And he does have the ability, Skip, to hang it up in the lights, which sometimes it's hard to catch those.
Right. He does. He's got the ability to kick it very high.
Yeah, check the hang time out. Fair caught, signaled for and made. Rocky Baker with the sure hands at the 30-yard line.
So the Savage offense now, after having given up the points on offense, will get the football again. So the Hilldale, despite not having any offense, I think they're probably negative statistically, don't you?
Oh, they'd have to be. They'd have to be. They haven't moved the chain.
Yeah, offensively, they're negative, but they lead by one point
off the pick. Well,
yeah.
And that's why all those count. They're up to. In fact, that's how they got the lead against Salisaw. They had a pick six and a long run.
And a kickoff return.
Yeah. And here comes Bailey. Oh, look at the hole. Bailey just following the blocking and then moving some ball. Bailey dragging a defender across the 45. You're right, Skip. We are just muscling. There's a play at the end. That may be a late hit on them. That was thrown after the play was blown dead.
I think that was thrown on one of our coaches, actually.
Face mask is
they
what?
wanted a face mask call. That's what they were yelling about, and the penalty is going to be thrown on the coach that was yelling about the face mask.
It's a sideline warning, so it's not a penalty, but you get one next time. But yeah, I think that was Maverick Lang stepped out there and said, "Hey."
It was Braden Jackson, but they were definitely screaming because of the face mask penalty that was not called.
Yeah, maybe that's the only way they can get Quinlan Bailey to the ground because he drug a defender about 10 yards.
There's 20 yards on that carry, wasn't it?
It was at the 30. So it was almost.
Yeah, it's
18.
18 yards. Yeah.
Quinlan Bailey at about the half-century mark, rushing on 4 carries.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Bruiser. I think we're gonna maybe go. I think we may just try to line up and bruise him. That's exactly what we're going to do. He's going to bounce outside. Now he's at the 50, 45. Bailey across the 45 to about the 44, about a yard short of the first down. Once again, another 9 yards.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you something. If that safety has to do that about 13 more times, he's going to get tired of it.
13 to be his unlucky number in that case.
He is going to get tired of it, I promise you.
Having 215 pounds of Quinlan Bailey come at you at full speed is a disconcerting thought for most defensive backs.
I bet if you ask an offensive coach what their favorite down and distance is, they'd say 2nd and 2.
Yep. You can play action, maybe throw it downfield.
You can do just about anything you want on this down and distance.
Well, 8 and 9 flipping to the other side. That's going to be Brandon and Baker. And they are going to pass. Nope. It's a reverse.
Oh, wow.
Or that inside pitch. It's Baker. Baker flipping over for a first down. Gets across the 35. Rocky Baker. And that's actually a third reception. Officially, that's the third reception by Rocky Baker. He already has a touchdown on one.
3:02 left here in the first period, and the Savages on the move again in Hilldale territory.
Down to the 38-yard line.
They're still moving quickly, Chris. They're getting to the line of scrimmage, but now they're going to look and see. Hilldale's not really showing anything. They're in their base.
They're going to try to tire these guys out. Here's Bailey once again up the middle, following in behind Reese Hoover, and then
it's a penalty.
Yeah, is that coming back?
I think it's a holding call out here on the edge. Yep.
That's going to negate that run by Bailey.
Yeah, it's a holding call. I think they got our slot back out there on the edge, holding that rusher.
And not necessarily a bad call. It's just
I mean, you're locked up with people, and sometimes you don't let go in time. That's what happens.
Yeah, that will replay first down. Still in the first quarter, clock down to 2:38. Savages trail by 1 by virtue of a pick six and 2-point conversion, but have been unstoppable on offense thus far in this game.
So that happened
other than the interception, I should.
So the holding was at the line of scrimmage, so 1st and 20 now.
Wow. Okay. That may change the play call a bit. Twin split out the far side. Looks like Tenejero and Brannon, and Williams in the slot. It's going to be, it's keeper Howell. Makes a move and can't get loose.
Got him by the jersey.
That's going to be, he lost a shoe.
Lost his back pad or something. Oh, that's his shoe, yeah.
Either lost it or ran out of it. So that's going to be.
There's no gain on the play. Second, well, maybe a little
gain
bit.
A yard,
yeah.
So let's call it 2nd and 19.
Yeah, you got a yard on the play, I think.
Still in. Again, we're probably in 4-down territory anyway. Should we not? As we.
Yeah, we moved.
We're not going to punt.
We blocked that pretty well, but it did close quickly. Their defensive backs are coming up and supporting very, very well.
Let's see. It's going to be a pass this time. Oh, good block by Bailey to buy some more time. Thrown downfield, and it's interfered with. Was it caught?
No, nope. It's about
that should be interference.
So
I thought that was interference looking at their binoculars. I might be wrong.
No, I don't think it was. That young man that was rushing the quarterback that time, number 51. He's a player getting recognized. He was their MVP last year. His name's Forehand.
Mason
Forehand.
Forehand, yeah.
He's a pretty good player, and he was putting some pressure on Graydon. Graydon had to kind of throw the ball up a little bit.
And it brings up third and very long. Keep in mind, probably in 4-down territory at their opponent's 43-yard line. Here's Howell back. Howell, and there's going to be a holding penalty. And it's complete, but this might be coming back. And that's Sky Baker for the first down, unfortunately. Probably. Yeah. Yeah, get to replay that one, don't we? So with 1:29 left in the first quarter, Savage is still trail by one.
It's going to be 3rd and 30 now, though.
Yeah, probably back in the Broken Bow side of the field as well. Move the Savages back to their own, around their own 47-yard line, I think. See where they mark it off to.
That rag.
Well, yep, they're going to mark it all the way down 47-yard line. Broken Bow at their own 47, and the line to gain is the 24-yard line of the Hilldale Hornets.
Yeah, that's I don't know. I mean, I was looking right at that he called the hold there. I mean, to me, it looked like they were just locked up. I don't see holding on that, but I don't see holding when they're doing it either. So, you just got to, but you have to adjust to the officiating crew. That's the name of the game.
It's a long way to go. To probably 2 downs.
See what the vertical
throw, and it's thrown across the middle on the slant. It is.
There's the interference penalty.
That's your interference penalty.
That has to be. He grabbed him by the elbow.
Well, or else DeJohn Hall gets his fourth receiving touchdown.
He almost caught it anyway.
Yeah, he almost did. Man, that has become a great, particularly that route, because he has such speed and great moves.
Here's the problem, though. It's a 15-yard penalty. It's still 3rd and 15.
Yeah, it's not the NFL version.
Right.
So
what was the call?
Oh, he might have rolled over him. If they called something
What's the call?
The end.
What's the call?
Pass interference, but
it's got to be defensive pass interference, right?
Yeah. And you replay the down.
3rd down.
So you're replaying the down.
3rd down and about 14 and a half here.
So once again, at their 38-yard line. So about 15, 3rd and 15. Again, maybe run that route again. I don't know if they can cover Hall on that.
He's got an open receiver in the middle here. Oh, he's missed him. He just missed him.
That was Tinahero down there.
Yeah, Tinahero in the middle open.
I think he was hit as he threw as well. And this brings up, again, 4-down territory. There's their own 38-yard line. So punt doesn't really do you any good. You probably punt it out of bounds, give them the ball at the 20 and a little too long for Silva to kick a field goal. Whoa, Cushing 14, Wagner 0. That is a surprise.
That's incredibly surprising.
It is the first quarter, though.
4th down and 14 or so here. Let's see what we got in the playbook.
Snap, rolling back. Throw, and it is touch. The second touchdown on 4th down in this game.
That's awesome. What a pass.
Beware the Savages on 4th down, guys.
I mean, that pass was thrown right to the goal line.
Well covered, and Tinahero, a fantastic catch. Concentration, pulled it into his body, and then rolled over to make sure it didn't come out. Savages take the lead. 1:05 left, 13-8, chance to make it 14 here. Last snap was a little back to the side, but Skelton brought it in. This is a perfect snap. Skelton holds good. The ball is up, and he didn't get it.
No good.
I couldn't tell if that was blocked or not, but it's a 5-point lead now for Broken Bow. 13-8, 1:05 left, first quarter. We'll take a break, have a word from our sponsor. We'll be right back. You're watching Broken Bow Savage Football on the Broken Bow Network.
When I share my story, it's about more than solving the mysteries of our solar system. I represent the curious spirit of the nation. The Choctaw Nation.
I am our past.
I am our present.
I am our future.
I am all of us, because our stories make us more.
Welcome back. Savages have retaken the lead on another Graydon Howell touchdown pass on 4th down. This one to Tyron Tenejero, and a fantastic pass and a beautiful catch right at the goal line.
Spectacular catch, Chris. That's got to go on the highlights reel. I mean, how do you throw it any better? How do you catch it any better? It's right on his fingertips. Had a step on the defender. Savages up 13-8 now, and the defense ready to get back on the field. 1:05 left here in the first period.
Let's see if Hunter Shomo can get his 8th consecutive tackle on a
fair catch
kickoff.
at the
well,
36-yard line.
Shomo was right there in his face.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's designed where he's kind of a rover instead of running down a lane he's supposed to go to the ball or not. I don't know if that's the way they line it up, but he is always there.
Yeah. 3rd down defense here. I mean, they've been very, very efficient on 3rd down getting off the field. So we'll see if they can get them a 3 and out on this one. Looks like they're back in their starting defense here. Base moving inside.
Yeah, well,
just flipping the power is all they're doing there.
Right, Bailey and Baker linebackers. You got Allen on this near side. And they haven't really they've only tried one throw down the field so far. Most of their passing game has been out in the flat. In fact, they've got 2 receptions for negative yardage thus far. So they changed the play, though. Here's a high snap, bobble. He's caught in the backfield and taken down by Brannon. No, that's Baker.
Yeah, Dawson Fields took a shot, Chris, on that play because I don't know what happened on the exchange. I couldn't see. There were too many bodies between me and the football.
It wasn't the exchange. It was the snap. The snap was high, and he tried to bring it down. When he brought it down, he hit his hand. It bounced back up, so the timing was off.
Yeah, okay.
But, yeah, he took a shot. And once again, negative yardage. Savage defense running through that offensive line like Swiss cheese. Well, that's going to bring up a 2nd and 13 passing situation. And looking to pass, and he's under pressure. Throws a duck. It's blocked to the line of scrimmage, almost intercepted. That ball was tipped, I think, or came out of his hand wrong. That thing went sky high and landed incomplete at the near sideline. Either way, it's going to bring up a 3rd and 13. And again, they're outside the chains.
Yeah, they're backside. 3rd down and 13 now, and 17 seconds left here in the period. Savage defenders can get themselves a nice stop here. It's probably a passing play, so it may not be the end of the period.
They expect a pass rush, and here they come, and it's going to be thrown in. Jacob Champagne slams him into the turf. Champagne was all over that. That was, again, the Savage. What's the old reading their mail? Savage know what they're going to do.
Yeah, we got a penalty after the fact. We've got an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Hilldale for complaining because they wanted a late hit.
Well, they didn't blow the whistle.
There was no whistle.
There was no whistle. He wasn't down. Champagne had him around the shoulders and tried to throw him down the first time. He stayed up, and if you don't have a whistle, you can't get a late hit because the play doesn't stop until the whistle blows.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's, Stillwell.
I mean, Coach Blevins can argue it all he wants to, but
we saw Stillwell last week. Swap paint.
Oh,
they swap paint with us, and everybody's happy. This game, we've got a lot of whining going on. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can appeal that decision. This is not.
Yeah.
They didn't throw the flag. You're not.
They did. They called an unsportsmanlike conduct against them. Yeah.
But I'm saying that.
What's he pointing at here?
Are you kidding me?
What's going on?
They're walking the ball off against Broken Bow.
Against us? What's the?
So. Well, Broken Bow is 0-2 in appellate decisions on penalties thus far. Okay. That still brings up 4th down. That was a 3rd down play. It was taken down in his own backfield, and so you don't give him you replay the down. Because by definition, if it was unsportsmanlike conduct, it was after the whistle. It was a dead ball foul, which means it was 4th down. And they did. Now they have switched the marker. So ball's officially at the 41. And I don't know if they would dare.
They're going to punt. No, they got to punt it. I mean, they're not moving the ball, Chris. They're moving the ball on penalties. That's the only chance they have.
going to be a
That's the end of the period.
punt, and Baker wisely just lets it roll out of bounds to the 25, and that's going to do it for the first period of play. Savages will start over on offense to begin the second quarter. They lead 13-8. We'll be back after these messages. You're watching Pregame Savage Football on the Pregame Network.
When I share my story, it's about more than building an inspirational space for artists. I represent the creative spirit of the nation, the Choctaw Nation. I am our history.
I am our culture.
I am our vision.
I am all of us.
Because our stories make us more.
That's Savage cheerleaders. A lot to cheer about in this first quarter. Their offense looking unstoppable. Had one drive in with a pick six, but otherwise, Savages have converted on 2 4th downs to score touchdowns. Now they have opportunity to start a new drive at their own 25-yard line. And they're going to have Hollenton Harrow split out to the far side. Williams in at slot. Frazier back in at running back, and Brennan out at the near side. Graydon Howe, they're going to flip Williams across. At slot, it's going to be handoff. Frazier looking for running room outside, makes a cut across the 25. Frazier still going, pinballs off a couple of defenders, and a good job of picking up 4 yards. It looked like he was closed off a little bit off the line of scrimmage, Skip, and he managed to make a nice cut and gain some yardage.
They did a good job on the inside there, spinning and not letting people grab a hold of him. He only got about 5 yards on the carry, but it was a hard-fought 5 yards because they are gang tackling. They're running 5 and 6 at the football, so
yeah,
that's a good job by Corey getting what he could.
Yeah, and he got 2 guys that outweigh him by 100 pounds that he bounced off of to get that extra 2 yards. Brings up a 2nd and 5. Same formation.
Flip into the strong.
Now they're going to flip Brandon and Williams here to the near side. They're going to follow right behind them. Handoff. It's going to be bouncing outside. Frazier looking for running room. Breaks 1 tackle. Gets enough for the first down. That's going to move the chains. Yep. He's across the 35-yard line to the 36.
That was what it was designed to do. You saw him dance outside, then find that little crease and get to that line to gain. That's the purpose. Get to the line to gain. Get yourself a new set of downs.
And good blocking by Cupid and Jackman here, along with Brannon and Williams, who they flipped. We had numbers on them.
I mean, it's all numbers game because they don't want to let that backside loose, right? Because Graydon can burn you in a hurry. So they've got to keep numbers on the backside just to protect. That means it's man on man over on this side, and we're winning that battle.
And moving the chains once again. Frazier.
Put Corey in the slot.
Yeah, Frazier out at the slot. Howell alone in the backfield. Now they're going to send Frazier in motion. It's coming back the other way. Get on the ball as Baker. It's an incomplete pass, yeah. And that is the benefit of that shovel pass. It is a pass. So if he drops it, it's not a fumble, not a live ball. It's just incomplete.
Yeah, the timing wasn't there on that one. You saw the little bit of awkwardness there in the backfield. And Corey coming out of the slot. Now, they do have a couple of variations of that play. That's not the last time you'll see it tonight, I don't think.
Yeah. Third time, not a charm on the play that time for Baker. Just falls incomplete, brings up 2nd and 10. They'll have Frazier back in the backfield. And Baker in the slot, play action. Hal rolling out, throws it. Oh, just bad throw as he had Hal coming back on the curl route near the line to gain. It was thrown into the ground.
Yeah, the Savage is now going to face a 3rd and 10 situation here in Hilldale territory at the 35-yard line thereabouts. So this is a really interesting play call for Maverick. They would really very much like a 10-yard play, right? You want to move the chains, get your offense another chance here. So we'll probably see a little crossing route. We've got
or number 3 on that post out there. Remember, Hall's out there on the far side near the sideline. Let's see what they do. And they're going to have the safety valve out here with Frazier looking downfield, and he throws it just overthrown. Now, that might have been almost intercepted.
No, I think it's skidded off the ground.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
But that falls incomplete. So the Savages with
I think he'll punt.
Yeah,
I think he's going to punt here.
First time you're going to have to be forced to punt. Yeah, and the lead just 5. 10 minutes exactly left in the first half. Savages lead 13-8, but having to punt for the first time, and they're ready. They can go ahead and snap the ball and punt. There's the kick. And boy, that was a driving punt, a great bounce. It's going to go inside the 20, and that flips the field. Good job, A.J. Brennan. And that's just leg power and getting in position and taking advantage of your opponent's inability to get in position.
Yeah, and you've got to like that with 9:53 left. Let's stay here in the break.
Yeah.
With 9:53 left here in the half, what we got going on?
I got to wonder if they didn't have 12 men on the field when the ball was snapped because they weren't completely off the field. They were trying to exchange personnel. That's going to be a first down.
It's on us.
It's on us.
Yeah, I think it's illegal participation. Yeah.
Oh, wow. No, when we snapped the ball, they had a unit going off and a unit coming on.
Oh, okay. It's against them.
They had 20 people on it.
It's against them. I thought
it definitely wasn't 12 people on the field because there were about 20 of them.
I just looked up and saw him pointing in that direction, but that wasn't the penalty call, obviously. So,
but if it was, I don't understand that because shouldn't the penalty illegal protection shouldn't that be assessed?
Boy, don't make me
on fourth down.
Don't make me have to guess what you do on those fourth down plays.
Yeah,
on those kicking plays, those post possession fouls and things. I don't really know how to apply them at this point.
And I don't either. I need to get an official rule book. But that's what Mavericks like saying. Look, it was fourth down. They got a penalty pre-snap. We should have the option of. I don't know.
After the penalty mark off, the Hornets will have it 1st and 10 at about the 15-yard line.
Okay.
We got a penalty now. This is ridiculous. Where's this crew from?
I don't know. I will not venture a guess. Oh, I mean, Muskogee.
Yeah.
They do have a federal appeals court there, or not appeals court, federal district court there. So, well,
sideline warning against the Savages.
Yeah, we've seen some all-time lows with officiating crews, but I'm telling you, they just keep getting worse, Chris. I don't know where the bottom is.
Well,
and that's I mean, I know these men are just, in a vocation here, trying to do it for a living or do it as a side gig. I mean, and I get it, but listen, have some pride in it. Do it right.
Well, that's going to be 1st and 10 at the 20. Still a great punt by Brennan. Puts the Hornets back deep in their own end of field. It's going to be Kyler Cupid not letting anybody pass.
I mean, I can't even read the 3. It's stretched out of position so much. I don't understand the difference.
Kyler Cupid tackled both the lineman attempting to block him / hold him and the ball carrier at the same time. Man, what an effective end he is.
Yeah, they really had that. Congested. The Savage defenders did.
Now, albeit it's a 4-yard gain on that. They gave his forward progress, so that's going to bring it 2nd and 6. And they may try to run it again. They got the big running back in there. They try to get Savage to jump.
Yeah, they got the big back in the pistol here. Savage is in their base. You're just looking at the 4 up front. That 7-man forcing unit up front looks like they're ready to come hard.
They clock down to 1. They barely got it off in time. He's looking to throw downfield. It's going to be to the 10. Bailey tripped up. Quinlan Bailey with the pick, putting the Savages 1st and goal inside the 10.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Quinlan saw that end zone. He just could smell it, but he couldn't quite get there. They got his feet. Well, that's fantastic. Hey, listen, penalty after penalty and then turnover. Here we are. Got the turnover in great field position, the 5-yard line. The Savages are going to punch this in, take a bigger lead here. 13-8 right now. Try to build on this 5 points.
That's a great pick, and that ball was thrown across the middle, and Bailey just yanked it out of the air. Well, here go the Savages 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. Frazier in the backfield with Howell. Handoff. Frazier following his lineman, and he looked like he lost the football.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. The ball came out, and I think he was being spun around. I think it may be.
They gave it to Hilldale. Yeah. Their ball.
So, well, they get it back at the 5.
Turnovers back to back.
Yeah. Now they've evened up. It's 2 for the Savages and 2 for the Hornets.
Yeah. I don't know. This is a wild football game.
Well, that's going to give them the ball. But the way that here's the bad news for Hilldale, the way the Savage defense has been playing, the Savage defense may move them back and get a safety on this. They can't really drop back and throw the ball. They're going to have to try to run it. I think if they try to throw it on the flat, you might get another pick six, this time for Broken Bow. And it looks like they're going to go with a power formation.
They're taking a timeout. Hilldale wants a timeout.
They're going to have to think things over. That is bad news because the Savages have been getting penetration all night. Do we want to take a break or stay here?
Yeah, we can take a break.
Yeah, let's take a break. Looks like we've got 8:40 left in the half. Savages lead 13-8. Hilldale with the football, but pinned back in their own territory. You're watching Pregame Savage football on the Pregame Network.
At McCurtain County National Bank, we are continually seeking ways to meet the changing needs of our customers. We offer a full range of services such as free checking, online and mobile banking, as well as great rates on cabin and construction loans. We're providing results through better service while giving you a greater value for your dollar. Visit us on the web at mcnbonline.com. McCurtain County National Bank in Idabel, Broken Bow, Hochatown, and Valiant.
Well, here's the situation: Savages got a pick and then turned it over with a fumble, and it's Hilldale Hornet football, 1st and 10, but albeit from their own 5-yard line. Now, look like they may be going with a power package, just trying to get some room to work. And nope, they've switched back out of that. They've actually got Roland, the big beefy back, number 22, split out here on the line of scrimmage. As Fields in his own end zone, takes a snap, runs back, and he's taking it back. He's taken down. He got to the 1, not a safety, but I think he's down at the 1 or 2 yard line. That was a tackle for loss by the entire Broken Bow force unit.
Well, that's a generous spot. They put him all the way back out to the extra point line.
Oh, no way.
There's no way he got there.
No way.
Yeah.
Still penetration
Still
into
lost.
the backfield.
Loss of a yard and a half on the play, but Savage is trying to get off the field here. 8:14 left in the half.
Yeah, that Savage defensive front was in that backfield, and that any kind of delay is not going to work against them. And now they have two backs in the back.
Both of them
with
big.
Fields. It's going to be handoff. Roland has some room to run, and he is taken down after about a 5-yard gain by Cole Patrick, but that gets him all the way out to the 10. Now it's 3rd and 5. There's a big 3rd down coming up. Savages need to get a stop here, not jump off sides.
Yeah. Be disciplined, stay in your lane. Just play defense right here. They've got the big package in. They're coming at us with power.
I think they may run the same play again. They got 5 that time. Now they try the hard count, and Savages show some discipline, stay at home. And look at Kyler Cupid out there on the corner, Skip. He's ready to slam down. And they bounce it outside.
I think he got it. Yeah, he did.
Fell forward. Tackled by Bailey, but ball carrier falls forward. And, of course, no.
Yeah, he got it.
No, they're spotting it short. They're spotting it just short of the 15. His knee was down, so this is 4th down. 4th and about a foot.
They're going to put the punting unit on.
Well, I think they probably should punt it.
I think it's probably a good choice, but
yeah,
I'm surprised, actually. I thought they might try to power this.
I think the way they stopped Broken Bow offensively, they're playing percentages. That's going to be a punt that takes a Broken Bow bounce and stays inside the 45. Savage is going to have excellent field position. You're right on that one, Skip.
Yeah, 44-yard line.
Yes. So after trading turnovers, Savages once again have possession of the football. Broken Bow's offense going to get on the field with 6:31 left in this first half and a 5-point lead.
Yeah, it's Maverick down there with a little do-better talk with them right now. And, the Savages needing right now a good possession. They've had a couple of awkward possessions. And, they right now be a time to kind of smooth things out a little bit. Just take your base offense and see what Hilldale can do to it. So far, they haven't proven they can stop it, right? So
yeah,
just play your base offense and let's see how it goes. Here's Quinlan in the back.
Yeah, now they have 44 back there again. Yeah. I think
I think that's what we're going to do is just run right at them.
Yeah, some power football. And they're going to flip Williams over to the far side. 3 receivers out to the short side. Now it's going to be a keeper by Howell, and he eludes one tackle and doesn't elude another one. Gets across the line of scrimmage, but barely so.
Yeah, I'm going to say right now, Hilldale's doing as good a job as anybody all year at shutting down the quarterback. They've got a shadow on him, and there's nothing for Graydon to run to right there. But now we've seen big yardage with the first back through on the read.
Well, and that's true. I mean, if you have somebody shading Howell, then they're going to let Bailey go past.
That's my point. I think we've seen some real good gains on that. So
yeah, and that's Ireland, by the way, number 8. He's a big linebacker that's shading Hal. It has some speed on him. Let's call that officially, let's call it officially no game. 2nd and 10. Here's the snap. Back to pass. Hal looking, rolls out to the near side. Now he throws it, and it's caught near the line. Can he get to the first down? Extends the ball forward. Give him his forward progress, and he's about a foot short.
He's more than that. He's a yard and a half short. He didn't get to the 35-yard line, and we've got to get to the 34.
Well, I think he stuck the ball forward like you did, I think, and so I think it did. Yeah, it is marked down at the 35, but you're right. The line to gain is the other side.
Yeah.
So that brings up a 3rd and 1.
We need about a yard here.
You may see some Quinlan Bailey. Now we're going to have a 3rd and 6 because.
Well, we're sloppy tonight, Chris. I don't know if it's big game jitters or what it is. I know they know how important this game is, but it's not just 1 or 2 players.
It's as a team. Yeah, you're right.
We're having a bad night. So
yeah, it is the first.
We need to shake this off and get the offense going.
It is the first Thursday game of the year, so short week to prepare, and it is fall break, and so they weren't even at school today, so maybe that throws you off. I don't know, but same thing for Hilldale.
Yeah, but Hilldale's they're together as a team, traveling all day. I mean, sometimes it's better to play on the road on this kind of weekend.
That's right. Well, Savages need 6 yards right now. Need to get to the 34. Let's see if they can do it. Here's Hal rolling out to the near side, throws it, and it is caught.
No, it's incomplete.
Just in and out of the hands of Tenahero, and that's going to bring up that. No, I don't think they'll punt. They're in no man's land. They're at the 41.
So 4th down and about 6.
We've been very successful on this down.
We have. We would when you add 3rd and 4th down together, we're about 50%, 53%, I believe it is, successful moving the chains. So that's better than better than even odds that we can convert.
Both our touchdowns have been on 4th down this game. Let's see if we can continue that streak. Here's Hal back to pass, looking, and Graydon Howell's gonna throw it. It's caught.
Yeah, it's not at the first down mark.
And he breaks. 25, 20, 20. First down, move the chains. 4th downs. That is Savage football.
Yeah, I mean that was a 4-yard pass, Chris. That was scary because he caught that ball at about the 4-yard mark. He needed 6, but he broke the tackle and got the first down. That's the freshman getting the job done. How about Graydon? Smooth in the pocket, rolling a little bit, finding some space, and then seeing Dejan open in the middle.
And trusted that is the connection that the Savages has become the go-to connection. And you see why right there. Hal to Hall for a first down in the red zone. 1st and 10 for Broken Bow. Bailey back in the backfield. They're going to flip Williams and Champagne across to the far side. They've got Isaiah Fields as a split receiver up top, and now it's going to be up the middle. Bailey just drags a defender for about 3 yards. Let's call it maybe a gain of 2.
Yeah, I think it's about 2.
It's bound to just inside the 10, so it's going to bring up a 2nd and long 7 or short 8, however you want to look at it. Just kind of keeping the defense honest and hoping for maybe another break. And, that I do say that the Hilldale defense has been on the field a lot because remember they scored on a pick 6, so they were right back on it. I think they're getting tired. I think you can see that.
We've run a lot more offensive plays than they have.
Let's see. We may give it to Bailey to pound against him again. Now Bailey's going to switch sides with Williams. And it's going to be Hal.
Somebody went the wrong way.
Now it's Hal looking to run. Following his block, he comes back and then goes forward across the 10.
Yeah, somebody went the wrong way. I think it might have been Graydon, honestly, because it looked like the blocking and the backs went to the right and Graydon came back to the left. I think he actually might have been the one that went the wrong way.
They flipped Williams and Bailey flipped sides in that lineup, and that might have changed the direction the play was going. And whoever it was, it wound up in a gain of about 4, and that brings up 3rd and a long. Let's call it 3rd and 3.
Yeah, 3rd and 3.
Line of gains to 7.
4 down territory, unless we decide we would try to get 3 points. But that's not Maverick style. He's going to.
We're 3 for 3 on 4th down. So far.
I'm with you, bro.
Yeah. Here's number 4, looking the other way, and it's going to be Hal. Watch out!
He's not going to win that.
He's to the 15. He's to the 10. Moving the 10 to the 5. Touchdown, Braden Howell. Scampers all the way to the end zone.
Yeah, number 75. You look out there and see number 75 chasing number 4, and you know who's going to win that foot race.
Normally, just from those numbers, you would.
Yeah,
especially with this guy.
2:25 left here in the half, and the Savages with a touchdown on the board.
And Braden Howe gets his 16th rushing touchdown of the season. And Savages, man, that was just a display of athleticism and great field vision by Braden Howe. The Savages on the extra point. Hold is, oh, it's a fake. Skelton, that was a call fake.
I don't think it was meant to.
Yeah, this isn't college football. You can't.
Yeah, I don't think that was meant to be a fake.
It was fire or whatever. When it's a bad
something bad happened with Blake, and he just jumped up quickly.
Because there was nobody when he came up. There's nobody to throw it. He was looking. There's nobody there.
It's the little things, Chris. I mean, we've got lots of little things that we're just kind of out of sequence on tonight. Yet we're ahead, 19-8. So we've just got to calm down. You know, I think Maverick's going to want a good defensive stop here and then get into the halftime locker room and be able to talk to these guys and say, listen, you're better than they are. Just calm down, get your job done. Everybody do your thing and don't let the rest of the, interference, the disruptions affect your offense. Because defensively we're playing really well. But it's offense really where we've had just some miscues. That's the best way of saying it, some miscues.
Some miscues. So maybe Camden Jackman giving a little maybe a little pep talk there to some of his teammates. Savages, of course, Savage defense has yet to be scored upon. That's
a good point.
The offense, there's that one pick six, but that defense has been stellar thus far. And
that was a nice little touchdown run by our quarterback, though.
Yeah,
I mean that's hard to defend.
Well,
that play was. We were on this hash, on this side of the field. Everybody's blocking in this direction. And we score in the other corner over there at the pylon.
Yeah, he now has 16 rushing touchdowns and 11 passing touchdowns on the season. And that's got to be frustrating when you have him in the back, 20 yards in the backfield, and he goes for 6 on you. Here's a kick. It's going to be returnable at that 28, fielded, and then there's a tackle. And I took his legs out from under him. I think that
22
was Cole Patrick. Yeah. Patrick came and just swept his leg as he made a move beside him and knocked him out from under him.
Yeah. Cole's having quite a night. He's playing really, really well. He's had his name called a lot tonight.
Yeah, and he plays in the secondary, but he's up there, on run support as well last week, notably, and against Sallisaw. So Savages, kind of have the Hornets in a hole here and would like to keep them there. Hornets looking to try to get again, you mentioned the range of their field goal kicker. It's only 11-point game, a 2-possession game. Again, just the first half, but they would like to at least get in field goal range in the last 2.5 minutes of this half. And here's a keeper, and he's taking Bailey in the backfield.
Beautiful
chance. Quinlan Bailey came unhindered through the line.
That was a great read right away, and he saw that play develop. He saw it almost like we did. And he's right there on it. It's a little harder to see it. But yeah, he did a great job. That's another loss, another TFL for Quinlan Bailey.
Wow. He's probably approaching 80 tackles now, and the only reason he's not there is because of the limited time that the defense has been on the field.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be
I think that's his 11th tackle for loss this season.
Yeah. So. And that puts them back at 2nd and 12. You'd think of passing down, but they do have the big running back there. Nope. Running back, and he's going to be under pressure.
Rush.
Throws it up for grab. No, nice pass. Just couldn't get caught. That was Cole Patrick there defensively, but they had enough to get maybe a first down.
Yeah, that was a good rush by our guys. I mean, they really had the pressure in the backfield. Is there a penalty? What are they talking about here? Illegal shift against Hilldale.
Well,
Savages will refuse this.
Yes,
and go to 3rd and 11.
And here's the thing with 3rd and 11. Here's the thing to think about. There's still 1:35 left. Savages have all 3 of their timeouts, and so Broken Bow. At least that's what the scoreboard indicates. I'm not sure if that they have at least 2 of them. Though. I think we may have called 1, but Savages have at least a couple of timeouts, and so if they get a stop here, they may be able to have a last-minute drive. Let's see if they can stop them back to pass, thrown out in the flat, complete, and it's, I don't know. It depends on where they mark it. Wow, they are giving him the benefit of the doubt on that spot. But
he put the football on the ground at the line there, and they gave him another yard and a half.
Yeah, so they moved the chains.
He put the ball on the ground to keep himself going, and you can't do that. The ball, it's down when you use the ball.
Disagree. Apparently you can.
Well, all right. You can tonight.
But it was well executed out there in the flat, and he, knew where the line to gain was. But And again, that's where the ball should have been spotted, in our opinion. There's a roll out to the other side. He is under pressure. And here comes Quillian Bailey, bringing it down the back of his throat. He's going to throw it away out of bounds.
Nice catch.
Yeah, nice catch right in front of the Savage bench. And I mean, literally in front of the bench, 10 yards out of bounds.
He just reached out and caught it with one hand, 5 yards out of bounds.
Casually.
Yeah. So that's a good job by the Savage defenders getting back into the backfield. We'll see. These referees are making me nervous.
Well,
I don't know.
you know, I was about to. I think Hilldale may just throw it up for grabs and wait for an interference penalty or something like that. I don't know. Now that you do have the danger that the Savages.
They're going to reset the clock to something here.
Yeah, you do have the danger when you throw it. When you do that, the Savages will get an interception and run it in. But yeah, it was down under a minute. Now it's being reset to 1:02.
Yeah.
So it is 2nd and 10. Roland in the backfield. And that is not Fields at quarterback. Thrown out in the flat, and he is, eludes a tackler on the sideline. Watch out.
Oh, that's a problem.
That was just a bad tackling on the far sideline, and he went the rest of the distance in the end zone, and that's coaching staff is going to hate that. Less than a minute left, you give him a 53-yard touchdown.
Yeah, that was more than a miscue there. That was out of position. That's a problem for our team.
That's the same kind of play they scored against Sallisaw on, too.
Yeah, well, I mean, they hit a couple of those against Ada as well. They kind of hang around with that kind of play.
Yeah.
They stay in the game. They stay around. They never got themselves out of distance with either of those two teams. They did ultimately lose the Sallisaw game in double overtime, but they stayed in the game the entire way.
Well, they are now at 14, but trail by 5, and so they're opting for the 1-point conversion, at least that by all appearances. Their starting quarterback is their holder, though, so you're never sure about that. Now this is a hold and a kick, and it looks like this one is good. That's going to
take a break.
Yeah, it's going to make it 19-15 with 52.2 seconds left. Let's see if the Savages can get in the end zone before this half ends. When we come back, you're watching Pregame Savage Football on the Pregame Network. See you in 30.
Oh no, are you okay, Mike?
Yeah, got a pretty big fender bender here.
Don't worry, State Farm's got you covered.
That's great to hear. Robin, what's going on?
We're gonna get you a tow truck, Mike.
Thank you. Real fender bender going on. Fender bender. Fender bender. Fender bender. Fender bender. Everybody remain calm. No reason to panic.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right.
Jennifer Broadus, State Farm Insurance. Visit our new location at 1605 South Park Drive, 580-584-9184.
Let's see what kind of kickoff we get. And again, this is one of those ones that you have to think, are they going to kick it up in the sky and try to maybe hope they have the momentum, hope for another turnover or something and not give Pregame a chance to return it. But by doing that, you also put the Savages in good field position.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a lot of game to play. 2 more quarters of football and plus 52 seconds left in this half. But the one thing I don't like tonight is that I just don't feel much energy in the arena. Doesn't seem like the crowd's into it as much. It doesn't seem like the players are quite there. So it would be nice to come out with some emotion in the second half.
Yeah, and I expect again. Pregame big family Savage Lady Savage softball team were eliminated from the state tournament, fast pitch softball tournament today. We'll talk about that a little bit at half, but maybe has them down. But they've got to be alert on this kickoff because I almost expect it to go in the sky, and no, it's going to be maybe returnable. No, it's fair caught, good hands again by Baker, Rocky Baker at the 35-yard line. Takes zero off the clock, and so still 52.2 seconds left. Savages, according to the scoreboard, have all 3 of their timeouts, and again with Graydon Howe, if you got a second, you have enough time to score.
Yeah, we'll see what they come out with, but I mean, we've worked the vertical passing game, Chris, the last couple of weeks, so this is a good opportunity for us to stretch the field, and we'll see. We've got AJ and Tina Harrow out on this side. Looks like Dejan on the other side. So.
And Frazier in the backfield, the speed back instead of the bruiser. You're not going to pound it against him with this little time left. Let's see what happens. There's Howe rolling out. Now he comes up in the pocket. Howe looking, and he stands in, throws it. It's complete. Watch out. It is Tinahero? No, that's Williams
Braden
out of the backfield. Moves the chains.
Let's go ahead and use a timeout. We've got 3, so.
They should stop the clock to move the chains. And the Savages.
I think Maverick wants a timeout though.
Yeah, they're already had players already going. We're going to stay right here. There is going to be a timeout on the field as Broken Bow talks things over. Man, that was a beautifully executed play, and that was not the initial or even maybe the secondary receivers. You could see Graydon Howell looking downfield, checking off, and then checking down to Williams coming on that crossing route. Nice pass, good concentration by Williams to catch the ball and then turn upfield to get what he could, and he did move the chains. So look at Cross Savages at their own 47-yard line, 53 yards from the goal line. Now with 2 timeouts left, I think. Scoreboard still shows 3, so that may be incorrect. I thought that Robo had burned a timeout.
No, it was Maverick called the timeout.
I mean earlier in the game, I thought that we'd already called one, but maybe not. No, that was the helmet. That was the helmet. That's right.
No, that was our first timeout.
So still 2 timeouts, which means you can throw across the middle of the field or even run the football. Yeah, the Savages kind of a strange lead as after missing an extra point and actually missing 2. One missed extra point and one officially a 2-point conversion that was no good. So they're at 19. Let's see what happens as Howell's back to pass. Double move. Now launches it downfield in triple coverage, and they had Hall. That was Brandon.
That was Brandon in triple coverage. Yeah. And he stopped early on the route and didn't take the defenders on to the football, which was probably a good thing, but I don't think that was his intention. I think he thought the ball was coming up short.
Yeah. And that was a double move by Howell to try to get him downfield isolated. And so good news for the Savages is it only took about 6 seconds off the clock. And so brings up 2nd and 10. Still have 2 timeouts. Howell back there with Frazier. Howell backing up, rolling out. Now he's under pressure. Howell going to have to elude a man. He just got rid of, and he completes it to Frazier. Frazier in midfield. Frazier at the 45. Frazier at the 40. Frazier at the 35. 30. Frazier all the way down inside the 25. That was just a safety valve, and Frazier scored twice against Idabel on that play.
Yeah. Got him moving down the sideline, and we've got a penalty marker all the way back here in the backfield. It's probably an ineligible receiver. Yeah. I mean, that's typically the call in this kind of situation. No, it's holding.
Yeah.
Holding against Broken Bow.
Well.
Wow.
That negates a great reception and run after it by Corey Frazier. And so Savages.
I mean, there wasn't anybody around him. Who was holding?
I don't know, but I literally saw as he was running past one of our downfield blockers, had his hands held up in the air, and it's a shame to do that.
Yeah, that wasn't. I mean, this call's way back behind the line of scrimmage.
It's the offensive line, so it's one of the offensive line.
Yeah, but look at where the call is, though. I mean, that's the thing about it. If the call happened at the 35-yard line, who's holding at the 35-yard line? He scrambled. He was by himself.
Yeah, that's true.
I've got to watch this back. Okay, now he's moving the ball. There it is. There it is. All right, that makes more sense. Well, this officiating crew is makes me want to take a knee and go to the locker room.
Well,
rethink this thing.
We may just see Grady Hales take the ball and roll out, try to run it up the sideline or something. I don't know.
2nd and 22 after the penalty.
I will say Hall is.
Yeah, he's going to take a knee. I would too.
Yeah, I would too.
I mean, this is what I would do in this situation. The clock's not running, so I'm not sure what the situation is.
It is now. That's it. Well, play clock. Yeah, there's 1 second difference between the play clock and the game clock, so
that's a reset.
Yeah. Okay. That's going to do it for the first half. We'll take a quick break. And they'll be back with the Savage cheerleaders and the Savage dance team at halftime. Your score is 19 Broken Bow, 15 Hilldale. You're watching Broken Bow Savage football on the Broken Bow Network. See you in 30. Welcome back. It has been a I guess kind of a frustrating, that's a word I'm going to use, frustrating first half for Broken Bow, who looked dominant coming out of the locker room. Wyoming kickoff and drove it downfield, shoved it down the throat, and then all of a sudden,
turnovers and penalties, though, Chris. I mean, anytime you have that storyline in a game, it makes for an awkward game, makes for a slow game, and it makes topsy-turvy, odd ball numbered scores like 19-15.
Yeah.
When things are just not going well. I mean, it makes things odd. We lost the scoreboard here.
We're gonna have some. Have some halftime entertainment. Again, the Savage Pride Marching Band will not perform at halftime because they had a great performance at the state meet. But we are going to see the Little Savage cheerleaders, so enjoy them.
So this is the dance team with their dance camp students. So that's who's on the field right now. So your Savage dance team had a camp, apparently, and these are the students that participated in it. They're going to get a chance to perform with the big girls. So number 3. Give me some gain on number 3 on the volume. Thank you, right there. Takes a little while to get everybody lined up, but it's worth it. It's worth it. Just be patient with them. Volume. Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Savage Lancers. Update on some scores in the third quarter. Pono 14, McLean 0. At halftime, Ada 41, Stillwell 0. At halftime, Sallisaw 24, Glenpool 0.
Well, I thought we were going to get a performance by Savage Cheer, but it doesn't look like that. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back in just a moment to talk about a few things at halftime. Stay with us. You're watching Savage football. The Savages up 19-15 at the half.
When I share my story, it's about more than building an inspirational space for artists. I represent the creative spirit of the nation, the Choctaw Nation. I am our history.
I am our culture.
I am our vision.
I am all of us.
Because our stories make us more.
At McCurtain County National Bank, we are continually seeking ways to meet the changing needs of our customers. We offer a full range of services such as free checking, online and mobile banking, as well as great rates on cabin and construction loans. We're providing results through better service while giving you a greater value for your dollar. Visit us on the web at mcnbonline.com. McCurtain County National Bank in Idabel, Broken Bow, Hochatown, and Valiant.
This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down, I'm too fly. This is my time. Ready to shine, brighter than all of the lights. Cause when it's game time, seconds away and the game's on the line. There ain't no doubt in my mind. Beating the buzzer like, this is my time. This is my moment. You better bet that I'm on it. Ready and set, I'ma own it. Blast it to 10, then keep going. There ain't no coasting, I never settled on play. Putting the kettle to flame. I go 100 all day. Foot on the pedal, no brakes. 10, 9, paid all my dues, waited in line. 8, 7, now it's about time that I take mine. 6, 5, king of the jungle, heart of a lion. 4, 3, 2, 1, watch out, here I come. This is my time, I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down, I'm too fly. This is my time, ready to shine, brighter than all of the lights. Cause when it's game time, seconds away and the game's on the line. There ain't no doubt in my mind. Beating the buzzer like, this is my time. This is my time. This is my shot clock goes tick-tock. Haters wish that I slip. No, I don't miss. MJ all hits. Watch me pop off, I'm the king now. Moonwalk to the ring now. Keep on wondering how. Let that choir sing now. 10, 9, paid all my dues, waited in line. 8, 7, now it's about time that I take mine. 6, 5, king of the jungle, heart of a lion. 4, 3, 2, 1, watch out, here I come. This is my time, I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down, I'm too fly. This is my time, ready to shine, brighter than all of the lights. Cause when it's game time, seconds away and the game's on the line. There ain't no doubt in my mind. Beating the buzzer like, this is my time. This is my time. This is my time. This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down, I'm too fly. This is my time. Ready to shine, brighter than all of the lights. Cause when it's game time, seconds away and the game's on the line. There ain't no doubt in my mind. Beating the buzzer like, this is my time. This is my moment. This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down, I'm too fly. This is my time. Ready to shine, brighter than all of the lights. Cause when it's game time, seconds away and the game's on the line. There ain't no doubt in my mind. Beating the buzzer like, this is my time. This is my time. This is my time.
Well, welcome back. Savages have a lead, but not quite enough here in district play, Skip. And it feels like the Savages have dominated this football game, but just gave up 2 plays, a pick 6 and then a play right with less than a minute left in the half. And as a result, they only lead by 4 and are going to have to kick off for the second half.
I think statistically, Chris, they do lead the game. I think if you look at the stats, they are dominating the game as far as line, yards from scrimmage. But the problem is we've had the big play. Was it a 53-yard touchdown?
53-yard, yeah, with 52 seconds left.
Yeah, and then the pick 6, which was, just a wide open sideline. I mean, that kid stepped in front of the pass, and Graydon made a bad choice. That's their 14 or 15. They went for a 2-point conversion. But still, the Savages with 3 touchdowns in the game, and certainly you got to feel like they could have had more. They had the ball first and goal from the 5-yard line, fumbled it on the first play, fumbled it back to them. So it's been a sloppy game, but one that the Savages can overcome. It isn't a very important game in district, though. The district standings.
Yeah, they lead District 4A4
overlay
with a 3-0 record in district play. But
yeah.
Of course, Hilldale is second, and one of those tiebreakers is a head-to-head. So
yeah, this is what I wanted to talk about here. You get 15 points plus or minus for the tiebreaker. So if you lose by 15 or more, you have a minus 15. If you win by 15 or more, you get a plus 15, and anything in between. So a 3-point win is plus 3 for you and minus 3 for the losing team. So you see the games tonight. Ada at Stillwell. That's an Ada game, dominating it so far. Sallisaw at Glenpool. Sallisaw's dominating that game. McLean at Poto is a little closer at halftime than I thought it would be, and then this one is closer than some folks thought it would be. I knew this would be a good football game. I didn't think it would be quite so sloppy, but I knew that it would be competitive. Hilldale's always fields a good team. They always come and play hard for 4 quarters, and you can expect that to be the same case tonight. They're going to be going hard for the next, there's 24 minutes of football left.
Yeah, and I expected it also to be a competitive game, as you said, but I expected it to be more of a Dawson Fields to Brady Scott connection. Maybe they drive down the field, with accurate passing, and it hasn't been at all. The Savage defense has played fantastically against that short passing game, and just, as you said, just gave up that long 53-yard play, but that's what can make a difference in a football game. You've got to come out, you've got to play every down, and you have to be ready.
Yeah, the intensity by both teams certainly is showing because of the importance of the game. We talked about those district standings. If the Broken Bow should lose this game, then they would drop to 1 loss and almost certainly be in a dead heat with Poto, Sallisaw, and Hilldale because those teams are likely to win tonight. So those other 3 teams are bound to be rooting for a Hilldale win tonight because then you've got a roadblock at the top of 4A4. If the Savages can pull this game off, though, that's a difference maker because now they have Ada and Poto left to play, and they will still be unbeaten in district. So see if we can get a little energy and enthusiasm from them here.
They certainly look enthusiastic coming over after warming up at half. And I did talk to.
How did they warm up at half, Chris?
Well, when they were out there, they were out here in the end zone just lifting their legs, and they were, warming back up.
Oh, I thought maybe they were being warmed up
thermally.
I thought maybe they were being warmed up by someone.
Well, I did talk to Miley Trent, who's one of the trainers, and she said that I was walking past the locker room and I didn't know what they were saying, but I did hear some yelling, and so I'm sure that.
Let's talk about the sideline camera just a minute. I mean, because how can we not, right? This is a new something we're trying out.
Innovation.
Something we're trying out tonight. It's fun, having a good time with it. We've had mixed reviews so far, but keep in mind, a little forgiveness now because it's our first night with it. We'll figure it out. But so far, so good. I think it's gotten some really good shots. There have been some times when, maybe we shouldn't have cut to it. A little hectic, but
yeah, but that pass to Baker in the end zone was just beautiful. Right there, and he catches it in the corner. Man.
I've looked over at the monitor 2 or 3 times when he switched to sideline, and I thought, man, that's a really good shot. I mean, it's a shot we don't normally get. So I'm excited about the opportunity to work with this technology, and certainly my appreciation goes out to Broken Bow Public Schools for helping us put all this together. It's been a terrific year at Broken Bow so far. The Lady Savages unfortunately losing tonight this afternoon, that is, to a very good Tuttle softball team up at the state fast pitch tournament. But what a season, huh?
Fantastic.
And they really put a great season together.
Return to the state playoffs or to the state championship tournament for the first time since 2020. And again, they got down. They at one point down by 10 runs, fought their way back through 2 innings, and wound up scoring the last 4 runs of the game, but it was not enough. And so they will come home after a loss in the quarterfinals. And Tuttle Lady Tigers going on with their fantastic pitcher going on into the semifinals. But we are certainly proud of the way those young ladies have carried themselves and carried Broken Bow this season.
Hey, fantastic job, ladies. We're all very proud of you. You played so well all season long. It was so much fun to cover and watch. And I just, and I don't know how to share any more appreciation for what you did and how you left it all on the field. Fantastic job. And we've got a little story coming from Malia Carney.
Mia.
I'll get her
just
name.
Call her Mia.
That's what I was trying to, but it wasn't coming out right. Malia Carney, I got a little story about something she's had happen to her recently. So we'll have that this week as well.
Well, it's going to be a short kick fielded at the 32. Savage is trying to get him down. I think it was actually Bailey or maybe that. No, I don't think
Bailey's not on the kickoff.
Yeah, that's going to be Brown, Bentley Brown, number 40. Or maybe that was 24. I couldn't tell. That might have been.
Mason Mays is always in on the plays.
Yeah, it would have been Mason Mays. Yeah, I saw the 4, and that's all I could see.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing about fumbling away the opening kickoff is that we had to kick off this half. But that's not necessarily an unfortunate thing when you like to play defense. And I would say that we do like to play defense. We'll see how well we can play it on this possession.
And one of the things I'm sure that they were talking about, Savage seemed pumped up coming out of the locker room for the second half, is you got to set the tone. This is going to be quarterback keeper, and he is taken down. His legs knocked out from under him. I think that was Jacob Champagne that shoved a blocker into the ball carrier.
Yeah, that was a diamond set, Chris. That's kind of it's an inverted wishbone. So it's the two backs on each side of the quarterback and then the pistol back behind him. Kind of a diamond set, all 4 backs in the backfield trying to run some power at us, and we've cut the legs out from under him.
Well, Champagne polished that diamond off and kept him to a 1-yard gain. That brings up 2nd and 9. And so going with the same formation, though. Let's see what they may throw out of this and try to get somebody in the flat. Nope, it's going to be the same thing.
Yeah, they're trying to get numbers.
They're going to try to run outside.
They think this will work, and so far, that's not bad.
Yep, Champagne again on the tackle, but this time about 6 yards downfield, and that's going to bring up 3rd and short. See where they mark it. I think it's going to be 3rd and 3. Yeah, just inside midfield, all the way to the 48-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 2.
Looks like they're keeping the same personnel, so I wouldn't be surprised. Although they are going with a split out this time, so they're going to move out of that formation.
Well,
they're still in it. Same formation.
Well, this time they've got 22 rolling. That's the big power back there at the back of it. Let's see what they did. Line to gain is midfield or just short of it, and they don't fly out. Maybe the 3rd effort.
They're going to mark him right at the line. I think it's first down.
Yeah, right at midfield. So that does move the chains in 3 straight runs. They decided to line up and try some power football. Let's see. The Savages, of course, respond is what the Broken Bow defense does. Let's see how they respond to this. That is going to be a first down and right at midfield.
Yeah, so they went to the 3-back set. And they moved the chains on 3 downs, Chris. We're going to have to find an answer for that.
Well, I think the answer may be back there with number 44 and number 9 at the linebacker.
And they're going to break out of it this time and move a slot back here on the inside.
This time they're going to be
still power.
Body to this. That's
a hole. How in the world
Oh,
Come on, guys.
Number 8 literally tackled the defender and no call. No flag.
How do you not get a flag on that call? That is that's wow.
Yeah, that was Parker Allen, number 8, and he literally just tackled. I think that was that
was Champagne, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I thought
coming
it was
through the line. So, and looks like Allen's going to come. He's a little hobbled.
Yeah,
I think.
Got a little stinger he can rub out here. Hopefully, Mo's going to work with him.
Yep. 2nd and 9. Same formation. That diamond set. They're just going to go, and now he's brought to the backfield and take it down at the 50-yard line. Great penetration by Nocum. Corey Nocum taking down the ball carrier for a loss of 1. That brings up 3rd and long.
Savage is doing a good job just pressing up front, standing people up, fitting up in the gaps, not giving him any room. I mean, they're trying to get numbers, but the Savages are doing a good job of converging and getting, bodies on runners. I mean, that's all you can do in this situation.
Well, this is 3rd and 10, and this down and distance isn't conducive to this type of football necessarily, Skip. They may have a play action or throw out of it. That's what they're going to do. Looking. He's under pressure from Nocum, and he's taken down the backfield by Cupid and Nocum. No chance. Good coverage as he looked downfield, but Nocum and Cupid collapsed upon him and took him down. That's another sack.
Now we're getting some emotion from him.
Boy, you got a lot of emotion that time from Corey Nocum and Kyler Cupid, and that's going to force a punt. So after getting 1 first down,
Brandon and
the next 3 plays went backwards.
Brandon and Brown checking in for the linebackers. Baker and Bailey coming out. What's this?
I don't know. As it's some sort of
dead ball, illegal procedure. He moved the football. The center moved the football.
Okay. Well, that's going to move them further back. So that's bad news for the Hornets. And the even worse news is the man back to receive for Broken Bow is number 4. And he's the most dangerous player on this field once he gets the football in his hands. Let's see if I think they may try to kick it away from him. And there's another whistle that blows the play dead.
Before the snap, we do have a flag on the plate.
Well,
procedure on them again.
Well, the second half has been sloppy thus far, but not on our part. I'm not sure what. Of course, I was focusing on the punter, and so I didn't see what kind of movement there was. But that moves the ball back even further into the Hornet territory. Back to punt. Here's the kick, and it is going to be a high kick, probably not returnable. Does take a Hornet bounce and rolls dead inside the 35-yard line. Savage is going to take over about their 33. They have a 4-point lead, but would like to extend that. And here's their opportunity. Defense did an excellent job after giving up a first down on a couple of rushes. Let's see if the offense can come and react. Look like Savages are up emotionally, Skip.
Yeah, they are.
I've got
I'll be right back, Chris.
Okay, you see him in the huddle there. As looks like it's going to be Bailey in the backfield, the big bruiser. And they've got Brandon split out at tight end. Williams on the other side. Looks like they've got Tenahara in there. Is going to be maybe
that's a false start on us.
Well, both teams having a sloppy start. Savages hopefully can retain that emotion.
Yeah, that was one of our big guys up front moved. I saw him, but I mean.
That's going to move it back. And so instead of 1st and 10, it's going to be 1st and 15. We'll mention DeJohn Hall split out to the near side. Tenahara and I think Baker or Field split out. And here's Bailey running with the middle. Has room. He's at the 35. Bailey just 30. Athletic move and hurdle by Bailey.
He can't do that, though, I don't think. I don't think he can hurdle. I think they're going to penalize him for it.
Well, that's unfortunate, as he was already 8 yards off the line of scrimmage when he leapt into the air.
Waving the penalty off.
I'm saying, well, You can't jump over people. I mean, Joe Washington will be very disappointed to hear that.
Yeah, you can't leave both feet to hurdle a defender. I think the argument there is
that's one.
Yeah, I think the argument there was he still had his right foot on the ground.
Yeah. Well, plus the guy tried to take his ankles out, and so he just kind of pulled his foot up behind it.
That's a first down.
Ball
at midfield.
And a great run. Good job of blocking up front as he had about 8 yards before he even met a defender. I think they may try that again, and they are. It's going to be Bailey once again following the blocking, spinning, going backwards, breaking a tackle, falling forward about 3 or 4 more yards, and that's about a 7-yard gain on first down again.
Yeah.
So if the Hilldale Hornets thought they could come and run a power package at Broken Bow, and we're saying, yeah, back at you.
Yeah, the Savages definitely pushing the football upfield here with Bailey getting all the carries.
That's a gain of 8.
We're still staying in the spread, though, so, I mean, there's always an opportunity for us to check the pass out and see whether we can catch them sleeping.
This is the way we started that first drive, though. Remember, Bailey rambled downfield on 3 straight carries.
They're staying in their base defense here.
They're going to flip Rocky Baker in the slot on the other side. Now it's Baker blocking, lead blocking. It's Bailey. Bailey loses the 35. Bailey to the 30. Bailey to the 25. Another first down. Still not going down. Yeah. Woodland Bailey just powering over the Hilldale Hornet defense.
Yeah, I mean, that's another way to get it done, right? You don't have to pile everybody in the backfield. You just got to block it well. And that's what we're doing. We're blocking really well up front, and Bailey taking his time. You've seen him kind of sidestepping, finding his way through, using the stiff arm effectively, moving the chains. Keep it moving. Take the possession, get the first downs. 6:22 left, clock on the move here in the third period. Savages clinging to a 4-point lead, but with a good offensive possession going right now.
All the way down to the 24-yard line of the Hornets. Now they're going to flip Brennan and Baker over to the far side. Now they have the speed back in, and now looking for some speed is Frazier looking for the corner.
Yeah, they're calling Rocky on the hold out there.
That's if they take it, might be a break for the Savages as he was tackled for a 2-yard loss as Frazier tried to get outside on that play, couldn't do it. And so, I don't know if Hilldale, I imagine they will take the penalty because of the field position the Savages have.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. When you're moving from out to in, and you're in that position, whether you're flanked out, in the slot, whatever, but when you're moving back towards the ball.
They are going to decline it.
Why would they decline this? There's no way they declined.
Oh, okay, they didn't decline it. Okay, I just saw that I saw the coach waving his arms.
Yeah, no, there's no, I mean,
Savages will replay first down.
Yeah, first and 20.
I'm sorry, Skip, go ahead and finish that thought.
No, that's all right. We're ready to play. Let's do this.
Yeah, so it's going to be first down again, but this time from the 34-yard line. Same formation, and now they're going to have Williams in the slot come to the near side. Howell looking to pass. Howell looking downfield, and he finds out his safety valve. It's going to be Frazier the 30, Frazier 25, Frazier the 20, to the 10. Frazier looking for more running room. Frazier to the 5, stacked up, and
blow the whistle.
They need to blow the whistle. They're going to get somebody hurt.
Come on, guys.
Guys, that was a shoving match. What a great run, as that was a check down. Frazier, perfect position. Gradenhouse saw him through to the safety valve, and it results in a first down for Broken Bow. Down to the 5-yard line. Savages keep it rolling. And Skip, this drive started at the Broken Bow 33-yard line, and now it's first and goal at the 5. Bailey back in. Williams in the slot. Tenejero split out to the far side. It's going to be big. He didn't have a chance. They crashed down on both ends, sent both ends crashing inside, and Bailey was trapped in the backfield, so he loses a couple of yards.
Yeah, they double-teamed on that left side there, and at least our left side, and wound up crashing the play. So the Savages still, though, in a great position here. Second down and goal from the 5-yard line.
A loss of 1, officially. Now they're going to bring Tenejero to the near side, along with Hall. And they've got A.J. Brennan split out to the far side. Bailey in the backfield with Howell. Now they have Rocky Baker in the slot. And it's going to be Howell rolling, looking, and he throws it. The ball's batted down. That was a good defensive play and a reaction to the football, and that's going to fall incomplete and bring up third down. For the Savages.
Clock stops on the incompletion with 4:33 left here in the third period. The Savages really needing some points, Chris. We've had a couple of empty red zone possessions tonight, and that's not something we've seen frequently from this Savage football team.
No, and with a lead of 4, if they don't score a touchdown on this, you may actually see Silva out to kick a field goal. Let's just Well, let's hold that thought as they now have Brennan and Tenjero split out the far side. Baker and Hall to the near side. They're going to flip Tenjero to this side. It's rollout. Looking, throw is off, and it is incomplete. Does bring up fourth down and decision time, and looks like they are going to send on the field goal unit. As Savages again, a successful field goal would put them back up by 7. And if I'm not sure, but I think if they're actually up by more than 5, if they're up by 7 at this point, I think they may go for it. But here, you need to get up by a touchdown and an extra point.
Yeah, but this is the kicking unit, so that's Blake Holding.
Yep, and it's from the.
It's about an extra point, basically.
About a little farther back, though. Remember, they have had 2 unsuccessful.
Well, we are just so sloppy tonight.
Wow, that is a serious penalty to get on an actual field goal, because now you're moving it back and it's into a less effective range.
Yeah.
Now he's going to be kicking a 30-yard field goal. Does make a difference. Well, sorry.
27.
27 yard.
Should still be well within his distance. He warms up from the 20-yard line.
So. Yeah, 30. Well, let's see. You need a good snap. They're going to try to block it. They're coming.
And the Savages moved again.
We have flags.
Wow. Well, that may actually change.
So Hilldale's defensive linemen are jumping up, stomping their feet in front of our linemen, which is could be argued that that's simulating a snap.
Yep. Well, now they've moved Silva back to the 22. So
yeah, but
32-yard.
But it's also 4th and goal from there. So
yeah,
I mean, you really don't have a choice but to kick it.
Here's the kick. The kick is up.
Short. Didn't get there.
No distance, and that was just those penalties made a difference, because that was about 5 yards short.
Yeah, of course they did. This is the kind of night we're having, Chris. Another empty red zone possession, and we lose the possession because of 2 pre-snap penalties.
And again, lose the momentum. And
fourth quarter score.
The Hilldale Hornets have effectively held, and so. Savage defense going to have to come up with a stop. I wonder if they're going to go back into that diamond offense. It did not work for one drive. I mean, for one set of downs. But then after that, we shut it down and held them to -2 yards. Now, it looks like they're going to abandon it.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect them to be in it.
So it looks like they're going to have Roland in the backfield. And there's going to be Roland up the middle looking for yards. He's taken down by Bailey and gets a gain of about 2, maybe 3. Whistle was blown and he was down, so I don't know what he's running for. And once again, Fields has not been at quarterback this half. Dawson Fields has not been on the field in the QB position. In fact, it's Blake Johnson back there in that diamond formation. So I don't know. Maybe they've abandoned the passing game.
Well, Fields has been out with an injury, most of the season, so it could be a re-aggravation of an injury. I mean, who knows why?
And he did take a shot there at the end of the first half.
He really did. Here's Scott.
Yeah, here's Johnson handoff. Roland. He's met at the line. It's just off the line of scrimmage by Bailey. Quinlan Bailey having a great game. Gets another tackle, and that's gonna bring up. Let's say third and about 5. So a gain of about a foot. Good job of filling by Quinlan Bailey, as it's just him and the ball carrier, and he shows why. He's been a 3-year starter at linebacker for the Savage football team. Big third down coming up. Savages can get a stop here. They can get the ball back in good field position and get back that momentum. It's going to be Jackson looking to pass. He has pressure from Champagne. Now he's going to run. Has a angle, and that's going to be a block in the back, I think, against Champagne.
There was something that happened right next to the quarterback.
I think it was Champagne came in and he put a shoulder into his.
It's holding against Hilldale.
Okay, so that's going back.
So that's going to bring up 3rd and 15 now.
And move them deeper into their own territory.
I don't think the call was against Champagne, though. He got chipped. I saw him coming in. They threw the flag more towards the interior, which would have probably been one of the inside guys.
Or
Allen or Cupid is who I'm thinking. Okay. I didn't actually notice in the set who was on the strong side there, but But yeah, that call would have been outside there.
Well, it does move the ball back into the, I guess, their own red zone, just outside the 15-yard line. Again, the line to gain is the 30. There's a 3rd and 15. A passing situation for the Hornets.
Staying in the pistol.
Yeah, you got Johnson in there. Blake Johnson at quarterback. You got
Savage is bringing the backers.
Oh, and he's going to be a pressure. No, it's a tunnel screen.
Boy, they had the right. That's a hold right there.
And he's short of the first down.
Boy, they had the right call, though, Chris. That was the perfect call in that situation with us bringing all the backers.
Yep, Allen and
they slipped that back out of the backfield and had the little dump pass to him there. But you're right. We stopped him before he got to the line to gain. That's going to be a punting situation.
Yeah, and with 4 yards to go this deep in their own territory.
Got to credit Quinlan Bailey for just staying in the play and making the tackle short of the chains.
And running outside to get it, too. Another unassisted tackle for Bailey, and he is at the top of the tackle charts and will remain so after this game, most likely.
Get the football back with about 2 minutes left in the period here.
It's Graydon Howe lining up near midfield at his own 45. There's a bobble snap, and he's going to have to get rid of it quick. That's a great punt for considering he didn't have hardly time. It takes
got a great roll out of it, too.
Yeah, to inside the 40.
Got another 8 yards after the roll. So
good job by the punter because that ball came to him on the ground, and then he bobbled it himself, and so just picked it up and kicked it without taking any extra steps.
Yeah, it looked like we were in contain, didn't have any rush on whatsoever.
Well, we do have got the football back. We have a 4-point lead, and we are 60 yards from pay dirt. Savages just 2:10 left in this third period. Savages lead 19-15. And
got Frazier in the backfield on this possession.
Yeah. The speed package. Let's see what they have. Trips up to the far side. And they're going to hand off. Frazier makes a spin move, tries to get some yardage, and it's not there. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's
51 again. I mean, he's a good player. Mason Forehand is his name.
Yep.
He was their MVP last year, their leading tackler. He's a great offensive lineman as well, and he just blew that up. Corey had no choice but to just run right into him.
Well, yeah, and he did make a spin move, but it was right into another Hornet defender, and so that brings up 2nd and 10. Clock continues to run under 1:45 left. Third quarter. Savages with a narrow lead. They lead by 4 as getting a play in from the sideline. It's going to be Hall split out to the near side as they send Brennan to the far side near the boundary. Tenejero also split out there. Williams in the slot. Back to pass. Howe looking
down.
Good protection. Howe launches it, and it's so. Hall gets driven into the ground at the end of the play.
Yeah.
Little bit overthrown. Decent coverage.
Excellent protection. Forming a pocket around Graydon, giving him plenty of time to throw the football. So the ball sailed a little bit on him, a little overthrown, and Hall couldn't get under it. That'll stop the clock with 1:18 left, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Yeah, big play coming up, 3rd down, as neither team able to get much of a drive together in the third period. Just a little over a minute left. Savages need 10 yards here.
Look at this. Look at this defensive set that they're in here. They are rushing 3.
Well, Graydon Howe may take advantage of that and run it. We don't know. Let's see what he does. He has all day to throw, and now he's rolling out to the side.
They're not going to get him with 3 guys.
He's to the 40. He's to the 45, and he is short. Was that a face mask along the sideline? He got very close to the line to gain, but he's still about 3 yards short.
Yeah, it's going to be 4th and 3.
Punting situation for Broken Bow.
I don't know.
Maybe not. You're right. We have Graydon Howe and Bailey, and
4th and 4. It looks like here. So they were just in basically a gimmick defense there. They didn't even have a 3-point stance on the field. Everybody was standing up. 3 rushers. Everybody else, all the rest of the defenders were back in coverage. And now the Savages are trying to get the punt away.
Well, they're gonna have to get the team off. There's 7 seconds left on the clock.
Oh no. And
boy, that is a disaster. That's going to be right at the 20-yard line, and that's you look at the bad things that can happen. And that actually may be that could be a function of having to rush it because the play clock was about to expire.
Yeah, we were late getting on the field and then snap it over the punter's head. It's one of those nights, Chris. This is really, really one of those nights. 1:01 left, third period, 19-15. The Savages clinging to a 4-point advantage, But Hornets with an outstanding possession here, starting at the Savage 20-yard line.
Great field position. They're going to have Savage defense going to have to come up with a stop or a turnover. Keep in mind they have an excellent field goal kicker, and so they're going to look outside. It's going to be a quarterback keeper, and he's just past one of the would-be tacklers, brought down by Ginn, but about 5 yards, 6 yards off the line of scrimmage. As it was, I think it was either Cupid or.
It was Bailey.
Bailey was in there and just missed him when he made that cut.
That was Bailey on the blitz. We had a full out blitz on that side, so that's why he was able to get 6 or 7 after he broke the plane there. Savage has got to get a hat on somebody. They're getting tested here in the red zone.
Well, seconds left in the third period. Looking at a second, they may take a shot at the end zone here on a play action or something. They've got trips split out to the far. Now they're going to have a quarterback running up the middle. Watch out. He's loose. He needs to be taken down, and he gets to the 1 yard line. That was a touchdown saving tackle by Cole Patrick, but that's going to be a 1st and goal for the Hornets. And that snap over the head on the punt, it's looking like it's going to be costly for the Broken Bow Savages.
Yeah, I mean, Hildale's playing hard. I don't want to take anything away from them, but the Savages are really sloppy tonight. That's going to do it on the third period. So we've got 12 minutes of football left, and the Savages really in a desperate situation here, about to lose the lead if they can't make a stop.
Savages with an opportunity for a goal line stand. It'll take 4 plays. We'll take a break, have some words from our sponsors, and be back with the fourth quarter. You're watching Broken Bow Savage Football on the Broken Bow Network. Welcome back. Fourth quarter about to start. 12 minutes left to play in this game. Savage is currently 19-15, but have their backs as far as you can have them back to your own goal line. It's a 1st and goal from the 1 for the Hilldale Hornets.
Yeah, I mean, you can say this is a test. They're getting 1st and goal from the 1 yard line, and they've been successful on this possession after we gave them the football at the 20 yard line with a bad snap over our punter's head. Savages missing a field goal on their previous offensive possession following 2 false starts that put this basically out of field goal range. The only thing wrong with the kick is that was about 3 yards short. So take away one of those 5-yard penalties, and that kick's good. And they are on the verge of tying maybe instead of taking the lead here.
Well, let's see what happens here. Savage defense prides itself on being able to penetrate into the backfield. And we see, not the diamond formation, but a power formation nonetheless. As you have Rowland in the backfield with Johnson. Big man in the slot, and they're going to have it right up the middle. Quarterback leaps over the pile, and that's going to be a touchdown. Hilldale. 1 yard score. The Hornets.
So the Savages trail in the fourth period for the first time since the Durant football game. 21-19, the Hilldale Hornets with the lead now. 11:56 left in the ball game.
Yeah, I say in the fourth quarter, albeit only 4 seconds into the fourth quarter. So Broken Bow, be nice to get a block on this extra point attempt and keep it at 2. Well, let's see what happens. You mentioned this kicker can hit it from outside of 50 yards, though. Let's see. And the kick is up, and it is good. And that's going to be a 3-point lead for the Hornets, 21, and make it 22-19. And Savage is going to have to get things going here after this. Let's stay right here and talk this over, Skip. Again, Savages came out of the locker room, looked good, got a defensive stop, and again, had the momentum, drove downfield, 3 great carries by Bailey, got it deep into Hilldale Hornet territory, and then it's penalties that just kill the momentum and kill the Savages' opportunity to score.
Yeah, well, I mean, we look at penalties and turnovers, and again, when that's the storyline, in the first half, I would argue that, officiating rather than penalties was the storyline. But it has been penalties in this half. The Savages have done themselves no favors by having these pre-snap penalties, putting themselves in down and distance situations that were unmanageable. The holding penalty that comes back to haunt them as well. And so you've got to see the Savages kind of at their worst so far with respect to their offense tonight. It's as bad as we've seen or as bad as we've struggled all season long. So we've got a chance, though. Here's a new possession, redeem themselves, get the football and move down the field, retake the lead. If you want to win the district championship, you got to come out and play like champions. This is your opportunity to do so.
Yeah, and that's an opportunity to start it off with either a fair catch, which I imagine will happen. I expect the ball to be kicked just as it was during the opening kickoff when they actually recovered. But Savage is going to have sure hands on this return and be ready to move the ball on offense. Let's see where the kick lands. Well, that one's going to be fair caught at the 40 or 39-yard line.
30.
29 or 30-yard line by Rocky Baker. Mark it at the 30, and that's where the Savage offense will take over. Let's see if they can get some momentum back. One of the things you haven't really seen, and maybe that's because of the defensive scheme, they are shadowing me as Graydon Howell get loose outside the tackle box and run the ball. He went on the far sideline. But
Graydon hasn't had very many carries at all tonight. And they do have a shadow on him. They've had a shadow on him all night long, and they're not going to let up now. I can tell you that, but they may not be able to stop him anyway. I mean, he is Graydon Howell. He's a great player.
It is the fourth quarter, and usually conditioning also starts to take effect.
That's a good point. They've lost a close game in the fourth period against Sallisaw.
And they flip Williams to the opposite side. Bailey back in, and Bailey looking to run, cuts it up. Bailey tries to make a spin move, cannot get past.
Ireland making a good play there on the outside.
Bailey tried to make a spin move and just wound up going backwards and getting his legs knocked out. Let's call it no game.
Play was designed to go power right, and Quinlan cut it back to the backside, and there was number 8 waiting on him. Did a good job. These are well-coached players. Hilldale, there's been some conversation about is this the most quality opponent we've had since McAllister. I think they definitely are proving that they are here on the field tonight.
Yeah, certainly with their open field tackling defensive scheme slowing down this high-powered offense. Fewest points the Savages have scored thus far this season. And this is just a straight keeper by Howell. Watch out, he's to the 30. Howell leaps to avoid the tackle at the 35-40. Howell at midfield. Howell up the sideline. Graydon Howell.
There he goes. He may not be able to stop him.
Don't break. It's Graydon Howell for a touchdown.
No penalties on the play. And
no flags.
Graydon takes care of business. That's what I mean. It's we haven't had many carries. And they are shadowing him, but again, you may not be able to stop him. Great players make great plays. That's what happens.
That is a leader. And he took off and avoided a tackle, literally just kind of stepped through it. Avoided 2 tackles, but one of them he just stepped through on the sideline.
No, it was a little Barry Sanders action over there with that little straight arm and then stepping to the side of it. That was really pretty. Great run by Graydon Howell. I think the Savages will go for 2 here because of this differential. They don't. 1 doesn't help them. A 4-point advantage is no good. 5 will be better.
Well, I tend to disagree. Not that they will not go for 2. They have the offense on the field, but with that field goal kicker that can kick 50-yard field goals for them, you might want 4 might be better than 3.
The 4 is better than 3 in this if this is the last score and they only have a field goal in. But 5 is better in case you get another score added to it because it keeps you within 2 of your opponent.
We may see Graydon Howell again. Look at this entry. They have a triple slot basically, and they're going to go
penalty. I think we're probably going to kick it.
It is good.
Penalties on us though.
Yeah.
I think we'll probably kick it now because that's.
Yeah, the pass was complete. There's another penalty going up after. That may be a dead ball foul. Rocky Baker caught the pass in the end zone. And they're discussing things. It's going to be illegal
procedure against us. Yeah.
It's going to be probably.
See what the second call is,
though. I think it's unsportsmanlike conduct against them.
He didn't make us. Oh, there it is. Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike against Broken Bow.
Okay. Well.
So what do we do here? So the dead ball foul
will be assessed on the kickoff
if we replay the down. So yeah, no. Will it be?
I think so. I don't think you assess it. It's a dead ball. Well,
not if you replay the down. If you replay the down, you step off the 15 yards.
Be at the 30-yard line?
It's a 20-yard penalty.
We're going to be trying a 2-point conversion. Well, we may see, once again, penalties, the Achilles heel tonight of the Broken Savages.
So 5 takes it to the 8 and 15 more. Yeah, okay, so the 23-yard line.
Well, this may set a record for a longest 2-point conversion if the Savages manage to convert. They have Bailey in the backfield. Hall and Tenejero split to the far side. Champagne in the slot.
This is really an odd game.
Okay.
Savage is going to burn their first time out here of the second half. 10:57 to go in the football game. 25-22. Broken Bow leads Hilldale. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
When I share my story, it's about more than building an inspirational space for artists. I represent the creative spirit of the nation, the Choctaw Nation. I am our history.
I am our culture.
I am our vision.
I am
all of us. Because our stories make us more.
Welcome back. Maverick Ling talking things over with his offense. Just scored on a 70-yard touchdown run by Graydon Howe. And 2 penalties on the subsequent 2-point conversion attempt, which was good, but was moved back and negated by the penalties. And now the Savages are trying a 2-point conversion from the 22-yard line. And if you just joined us, this is pretty emblematic of the night so far, Skip.
Yeah, it really is.
Well,
it really is. This has been an odd game.
It's going to be a pass downfield. Let's see. He's obviously just going to chunk it. And it is. Oh!
He got his hands on it.
Yeah, it was Hall at the goal line. Good throw. That's where you want to throw it.
Yeah, he got his hands on it, but he just couldn't catch it. 25-22, the score remains off that beautiful 70-yard touchdown by Graydon Howe. 10:57 left in the football game. And, Chris, forget about the tiebreakers. We just need the win. So the thing is, we've got to make a defensive stop. We put them in scoring position. And really, if you look at the game throughout, other than the 53-yard touchdown run that they broke on us in the first half, we've really put them in scoring position on the night. They're pick 6. We snap it over our punter's head. They get 6 off of that. I mean, we've done a good job of putting them in a position to score. If we can get rid of that, we can win this football game. We may not get the plus 15, but hey, a win over Hilldale is a quality win in this district tonight because they are so far the best team we've seen in this district.
Yeah, not only that, a win tonight clinches a playoff berth for the Savages as they'd have 4 wins in district play. But we're 10 minutes, a long way, 10:57 away from the end of this game. And Savage is going to have to that'd be nice if you could come up with another turnover on defense, but it's got to start with.
I'll take a 3. I'll take a 3 and out. It doesn't have to be a turnover. I mean, just get us the football back.
Well, you would expect the kick to come somewhere near the 30-yard line here on the near side. That's kind of where Silva likes to place it. Well, let's see what happens. Here's the kick, and it's going to be a little shorter than that, and it's just fair caught at the 33 or 34. Let's see. It's on his first or front or back foot.
Right in between them, actually. But
let's call it the 34. And so that's where we're going to start this drive. Savage defense looking to make as you mentioned, a 3-and-out stop. I'll take it. Savages had great success in the first half with Allen and Cupid crashing in from the ends. And so maybe that's why they reverted to that diamond formation, because that was a good answer to that. This time they've broken out. Wow, this is interesting as they have one.
It trips into the narrow boundary here.
Yeah, this is going to be Jackson. Handoff.
Loose ball.
Did we get it?
No, we didn't. He did.
Boy, Williams was in there. Champagne was in there right at the moment the quarterback fell on the ball, but that's going to be a loss. So now it's the Hornets that make a mistake, and it puts them back 4 yards and brings up 2nd and 14.
Hilldale staying that time with the trips into the boundary with the ball on the right hash mark. Then they took the play back to the wide side, which is, again, an odd design. The play never was able to be executed because of the bobble there, but the Savages had it defended either way.
Well, now they have the big guy back in the backfield along with Johnson and Scott.
Keep another blocker in here.
Yeah, direct snap to Johnson. It's play action. He's looking downfield to throw. Now he's going to tuck it and run, and there's blown dead. That's going to be a legal procedure against them.
I think it's delay of game, maybe. Dead ball. Delay of the game.
Okay. Well, 2 straight mistakes by the Hornets has them in dire circumstances now.
Yeah. big loss, and then now a 5-yard penalty. So they're working on 2nd and 19 all of a sudden. Clock stopped with the penalty. 10:01 left in the ball game. Savages really like to get a stop here on this possession. Get the football back and work some time off the clock. Hopefully get some more points, but at the very least, work some time off the clock.
Yeah, and I think they may be looking to get another one of those. They look like they're trying to run to the boundary on that play, like they scored on at the end of the first half.
Yeah.
Of course, that
they're going into pistol again here.
Yeah, it's more of a passing down now with that 5-yard penalty, and they're going to roll out to the side. It's going to be a screen, and he's guarded by Fields. Isaiah Fields shoves him out of bounds. Isaiah Fields once again, Johnny on the spot.
They got about 3 yards, and that's it. We'll take that every time. Stop the clock with 9:37 left, and they're faced with 3rd and 16, maybe 17 here. Savages playing base defense, not doing anything fancy here, just staying in position. Great job by Fields of being out there. He had that, he's on an island out there, and it looks like cover 1 because everything's on this side of the field. So I'm sure he's in man-to-man with that receiver. He just stayed with him, did his job, got him out of bounds. Now they face a long 3rd and 17.
Yeah, Isaiah Fields, fantastic defensive play and brings up a 3rd and very long. Let's see what the Hornets have dialed up here. Looking downfield, and he's going to launch it.
Uh-oh. He dropped it.
Boy, that was just a little bit low, and that was Fields in coverage, but that was a perfectly thrown football. Well, not perfectly thrown, but well-thrown football. Perfectly run route as he had about 2 steps on Fields, but he drops the football. And that may have been a combination. They throw it out in the flat, trying to set up Fields, and then they have him go straight up the sideline on the go route.
I was distracted. Actually, I didn't see the formation. So were they in the same formation?
It looked like it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but it doesn't work. And so Savage is going to get the ball back as it's 4th and 16. Yeah. See if maybe they can get a bad snap on a punt for a change. Graydon Howell also back.
Or a bad punt, maybe.
Or a punt right to Graydon Howell. That would work. And here's a bounce, and then none of those are going to happen, but it will be great field position as the ball's just shy of the 45-yard line. 50 is going to sit up there.
55 yards away, 9:22 left here in the game, actually, and a 3-point lead for the Savages. Hey, we talked about the marching band, but we didn't really kind of elaborate on the fact that that's 28 years now that they've had a superior rating at their regional contest. That's a fantastic record.
Unprecedented.
Yeah, it's a fantastic record. And for those of you that aren't aware, Nate Sheely is the band director this year. He's stepped up. He was the assistant director for the last several years, and he has moved into the band director position this year. And Lucas Hott has come in to be the assistant director. They are doing a wonderful job with those young musicians.
They absolutely are. And here's Bailey once again in the backfield. It's going to be a handoff. Bailey up the middle looking for running room. Has some. Bailey still moving. Bouncing off another one. Bailey still driving his legs. Gets across midfield. Bailey moves that pile. And that is power football.
Yeah, more of the same. That's exactly what I'm expecting here, is that the Savages will line up, power set. Well, power set blocking-wise, not that we'll put multiple backs in the backfield. We never do. But we want the clock to move. What we want right now is to move the chains slowly but surely, let the clock move, and then end this possession with a touchdown.
That puts us left.
Yeah, that puts us in a position where now they have 2 scores that they need. That's close, but he didn't jump. He didn't get over the line.
And look at this. Look at this concentrate. No panic, just letting the clock, play clock at 7, play clock at 6.
Yeah, more
and Bailey again. Bailey breaks a tackle going backwards. Bailey moves the chains, and he is across the 45, and that's just, again, power football.
More of the same, more of the same. 8:30 left. As soon as the chains reset, the clock will continue to move, and Graydon will wait again until the play clock is down under 5 seconds before he snaps the next play, this time on 1st and 10.
Yeah, we're looking fresh, and they're looking tired at this point, Skip.
Yeah, it looks very good for us right now. Savages are going to have Williams in slot right here and Frazier in the backfield, so they brought the smaller package in. We'll see where they go. And usually this is some sort of misdirection or some sort of little wheel route when they do this.
Yeah, Hall up at the far side, and they're going to go to the boundary.
It's a zone.
He's got a good cut, and nope. Yeah, it wasn't quite.
That was just a zone read. Wasn't much there.
It does keep the clock moving, though, as it's now under 8 minutes, 7:53 and ticking. But it does bring up, that's no gain.
2nd and 10.
From the 42-yard line.
But once again, the Savages content to let the clock run. Under 7.5 now, or approaching 7.5. I'm trying to say.
When Bailey started running the field without his helmet, I was like, no, hold on.
Yeah. We can't let you play without a helmet.
Yeah, I know you want to get out there, but Baker in the slot flips to the other side. And Howell takes the snap. Play action. Howell looking. Howell rolling. Howell trying to get loose. And here's Graydon Howell. Gets past one defender. Midfield. Howell to the 45. Howell to the 40. Howell to the 35-yard line. So Graydon Howell on 2nd and 11 goes all the way down to the 35-yard line, making it a very manageable 3rd and 4. 3rd and 3, actually.
I got to give credit to those guys up front, seriously, because that's a jailbreak. I mean, they broke that side. They overloaded that side of the scrimmage. And then you saw 66 and 77 both. Backside blocking. You saw Kaplan trying to protect his quarterback from behind up there. Nobody holding, nobody blocking in the back. And we get 6 yards, 7 yards on the carry.
Yeah, Kaplan, Burris, Reese Hoover, smart veteran lineman. It's 3rd and short. Bailey. Oh,
it's beautiful. What a beautiful.
15-10-5 touchdown.
What a block.
Quinlan Bailey.
That was so beautiful up front. That was the precision blocking. Credit the offensive lineman for breaking that wide open, and Quinlan found that hole, nose for the goal line. The Savages are up by 2 scores with 6:20 left here in the football game.
Yeah, you see why Bailey was so excited to get back into the football game. I love the way they do that.
Is that his longest run of the year right there?
It's his longest scoring run of the year,
yeah,
for sure.
Well, he did have a big long run against McAllister to open the game. That might have been as long as that one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's more important, though, as it puts his team up by 2 scores. Here's blocked as well.
We're having some snapping issues tonight. We've had bad snaps several times, including a bad snap over the head of our punter. So we've got some work to do on special teams. Blake is absolutely not happy about something. And when you get a freshman that upset, something went wrong on that play.
Down at this end, in the first half, he actually saved. The snap was on the other side of him. He caught it behind his back almost and then got it in position.
I don't think he's complaining about the snap, though. He's something else, and now the coaches are out with the referees.
Well, you got to wonder if they're calling the count.
Maverick wants to talk to the white hat.
Yeah.
Something's going on here. They're cutting our people, blocking below the knees. Something's going on.
At that line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Or they're yelling snap counts or something. You see,
I think Maverick's saying that they're blocking below the waist because you cannot in high school and in NFHS anyway. If you're engaged up top with someone, no one else can cut your legs. They can't block below your waist if you're engaged with another player. And I think that's what's going on up front. That's dirty play if it is.
Yeah, and the way you set that up is you take the guy up top, you have another teammate take his legs out, he falls down, and the third man runs through the gap to block the extra point. That's the way that play works. Yeah. Well, the Savages do not convert, so really
it's a 9-point game, though.
Yeah,
so, I mean, you can't score a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. You're still behind by 1 with 6:20 left here in the football game. Savage defenders have a chance now to seal this, put the 4th district win in the books tonight. It's been a hard-fought football game, but at the same time, it's been a very sloppy game, and it's also been one that it looks to me, that the Savages are the superior team. We have better players with respect to the strength and speed of them, but they overall, as a football team, Hilldale is playing really well.
Well, we're dominant 90% of the time, but the 10% of the time we're not, they have turned into scoring opportunities. Is the way I see it. Here's a high, long kick. It's going to be fumbled, and now it's going to be down 30-yard line, and Mason Mays right there.
All right. So now, Chris, they need 2 scores. So here's the potential of what can happen to this. Is they could go 3 and out and the clock only move, maybe not even make it to the 6-minute mark here if they try to throw the ball 3 times. But if they try to run the ball, they've got a decision to make because they need 2 scores. And you're going to run the ball against Broken Bow, it's going to take you a while. You better bring a lunch. So
I think they may look at the quarter. I mean, they may try to have their quarterback roll out and throw it.
So Ada got the big win tonight over a much lesser opponent.
53-13, yeah. I heard that. So here's a play action.
Nice play.
Oh, fantastic.
Nice
Taken down by guess who? Cole Patrick. In the back. That's another pass for loss.
And these cats are so chippy. I'm proud of our guys for keeping their composure. Because number 8 is a mouthy football player. You can just see it on every play.
Yeah. Well, he was dropped for a 1-yard loss on that pass in the field of play, which keeps the clock running. So it's a pass that makes the clock run.
Very good point. Clock's still moving, and
they're
they've
not
got
set. They're not. They're still not set. Now they are rolling out to this side, and there's holding on. There's a long pass, and it is not caught.
That was a good job by Scott Baker.
Great defensive play. You see him getting congratulated.
He was in really good position. The receiver made a good comeback to the ball and actually could have caught the ball but Scott was still in very good defensive position on that. No interference. Clock stops with the incompletion. 5:31 left in the ball game. Savages need a big third down stop now.
And you hear what they're saying is don't let them get behind you. So that was giving you may give up that long pass, 20 yards, but they're not going to get 70-yard touchdown.
I mean, keep in mind he's your free safety, not your cornerback.
Right.
So I mean, he's doing his job right there.
Well, this is going to be a 3rd and 11. They look like they're bringing somebody from the corner. Savages, and there's Rudland for his life, being chased. Quarterback to the side. He's taken down right the line of scrimmage.
He wants a penalty on every play, number 4 does.
Well, he's not getting one on that one, and it goes down inbounds. That's going to keep the clock running, and that's going to bring up 4th, and wow.
They got no choice. They got to go for it on 4th and 8 here. 5:08 left. Clock still moving. They're two possessions. They need two scores here, so they got no choice but to stay on the field.
Well, Savages going to guard that 40-yard line. Come on, that's the Hilldale 40-yard line is the line to gain. So this is a 4th and effectively 7. And that looked like there's some motion before there, and he's under pressure. Watch out. It's going to be Champagne chasing him down. He eludes Champagne, and then it's Allen. Wow, nice move by the quarterback to get loose. And
good job.
Knocked down by Isaiah Fields, turnover on downs.
Yeah, good job by Isaiah staying in position there. But really, you got to credit Quinlan because Quinlan stayed in the middle of the field, waited on the quarterback to come back to him, forced him to pass that ball, and the Savages will take possession. 1st and 10 inside the Hornet territory at the 34-yard line. And we could get that plus 15, Chris. We get a touchdown out of this, and we could get our full tiebreaker point.
We could. And you see Coach Rick Lang congratulating every member of that defensive unit coming off the field. That was a great defensive stand under pressure.
4:33 left in the ball game. 31-22 Savages. Graydon Howell, Corey Frazier in the backfield. Slot right, twins to the upside.
Keep in mind, Hall's on the far side. It's going to be Frazier up the middle looking for running room. Hassam, Frazier to the the 30, 25. Frazier with a spin move at the 20. Frazier still going out of bounds, but that's a flex move the sticks. They're tired.
I love it. Corey making people have to go back and pick up some laundry there, losing their socks as he's running by them. Terrific job moving the chains. He goes out of bounds, but they'll wind the clock. He did go out of bounds. I don't know why they're winding the clock, but they did.
Well, he went out of bounds, but
he went out of bounds. I mean, the clock,
but he did go inside the red zone.
Now the clock is stopped at 4:25. So I don't know what's going on with the clock, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a 1st and 10 for Broken Bow.
The
Same
play
formation.
I can see the play clock. It's down to 7.
Here's a snap. Here's keeper by Howell. He's looking now. Howell makes a double move. Watch out, Howell. 20, 15. Howell goes down inbounds. Kind of just dove forward.
Yeah. A lot of action for a 2-yard gain, but we'll take it. 4:12 left. Savages now 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that's going to have the clock running down to about 4:40 before the ball snap.
So they're selling out.
3:40.
They're selling out, Chris, inside. The linebackers are not worried about us throwing the football. So everybody, you saw 3 in his face there when he pulled the fake out on the zone read. So I don't know if he'll go back to that zone read on this. Maverick may have something up his sleeve, some misdirection maybe.
Well, let's see. It's open to the other side.
No, they're going to let Corey
right up the middle, and good job.
That's 51.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah,
he's a good player.
It's a short gain, but it does move the line of scrimmage about 2 yards closer to the end zone, but it also keeps the clock moving.
36 for the Savages.
Blevins wants a timeout.
I was going to say, why haven't they called one? But now they do. So we're going to stay right here.
3:27 left in the football game. So the Savages, here's the situation. 3rd down, a long 5 yards they need. The ball's at the 13-yard line. They're up by 2 possessions, a 9-point lead at 31-22. Any points right here are good for you, but a touchdown puts things out of reach and gets you the bonus that you need.
I think based on our trouble kicking the ball thus far, I think you go for it on 4th down too, because if you make it, even if you don't get a touchdown, you can make a 1st down, keep the clock moving, and try to have a chance of getting in the end zone.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any way that anybody thinks, or any football people anyway, thinks that we're going to throw the football right here. because we don't want the clock to stop, for one thing. And secondly, we think we can move them off the line of scrimmage. So,
and we're putting Quinlan Bailey back in the
we're going to run the football. There's no doubt in my mind.
Power.
And we're going to power up, slot right. Quinlan on Graydon's left hip here.
And you got Champagne and Rocky Baker out there at the far side, tight end slot. Now they're going to flip all three of them. Look at this package.
This is a gimmick. We've got something.
Wow.
We got something going here.
Hal alone in the backfield. Takes a snap, straight run by Hal. Now he's looking the other way, and he may just be running climb off the clock. He has an angle, trying to get to the tree, gets to the 20, 15, and then goes out of bounds. That's going to get gain of about 1. It does stop the clock going out of bounds.
I'm surprised he went out of bounds.
I'm surprised too.
There's a penalty back here on this side. That's going to be on us, is it? Is that a blocking penalty? Come on, guys.
Well, they saw Hal running with the football, and
third and 5. There's 4th and 5 if they turn it down. Holding against us. They're going to give us another 3rd down? It's a big decision right here.
I think they might.
I don't think they'll move us back. I don't think they want to deal with 3rd and 5. I think 4th and 5. I think they'd rather deal with 3rd and 15.
Yep, they just flipped it back to 3rd down. So.
Yeah, I think it's 3rd and 15 instead of 4th and 5 here. That's a tough choice, though. I mean, put yourself in that coach's shoes. He's got to make it. No, he's going to decline it. He is going to try 4th and 5. All right.
Okay.
Let's see what Mav's got a play going. Here he's got Frazier going back in for Bailey.
I do want to mention we've scored 2 touchdowns on 4th down this game so far.
Oh, okay.
Let's make it
that's a good mention, actually. So we stopped the clock on the out of bounds at 3:16. I'm trying to say 4th down, long 5 yards here for them, but we'll see what we dial up.
Well, they got Frazier in the backfield.
I think we will throw it this time.
Nobody split out to the far side. Champagne is in at tight end, and you've got Hall and Tenahero out to the near side. Play action. It's going to be Hal in the backfield looking. It's a throwback, and it's wide open in the end zone. Touchdown.
Yeah.
That was just out of the backfield. Frazier with the fake.
That's the same play we scored on against Idabel. It's just we were in a different field position here. So that's going to do it. That's the 6 we were looking for. 37-22. The Savages up by 15.
Hey, Skip, when we scored that touchdown, what down was it?
4th down.
3 times tonight on 4th down.
That's incredible, isn't it?
Our 4th down conversion rate is up over. We started, it was over 50.
Yeah,
it was 53%.
Oh, no, it's well over 50%. We were 11 of 15 before tonight. So we're probably 15 of 18 or 15 of 19 tonight. So
fantastic. Let's see if we can get this a good hold, a good snap, a good hold, and
finally
kick.
They still got in.
They still got in. There's something.
So they got a penalty this time.
No, that after Maverick talked to them,
okay.
They cut.
There you go.
And they had Ginn laying on the ground, looking up at the official, holding his hands up. I think that's what was mentioned last. I think they've been doing it the whole game. It's just they got.
And we finally got a penalty out of the play here.
So we're going to go for 2, I think.
Let's see if they got the chop block. Personal foul. Yeah.
Yep. And we're going to go for 2 now.
Yeah, they're definitely doing something dirty. Because our guys would ordinarily just jump, just brush it off.
Yeah.
But if it's dirty play, they'll get emotional about it.
Well, we're going for 2, and it looks like it's going to be a direct snap to Bailey.
Wildcat.
Yep, Bailey in there. You've also got looks like maybe Bentley Brown in there, kind of in the slot.
That's that big package. This is the big Wildcat with Cupid.
Cupid checked in as a back. Yeah, 63's in there.
Try.
So
3 minutes even left in the football game.
Power football, direct snap, Quinlan Bailey. And it's Bailey running.
No,
and he
that's
gets
51.
That's 51. Once again, man,
Mason forehand. He's a good football player.
He's a terrific football player.
And the 2-point conversion is
well, the 2-point conversion's no good. But
let's take a break.
Yeah. Well, it's 3 minutes left in this District 4A4 rivalry. 37-22, Savages lead. We'll see you in 30 seconds.
At McCurtain County National Bank, we are continually seeking ways to meet the changing needs of our customers. We offer a full range of services such as free checking, online and mobile banking, as well as great rates on cabin and construction loans. We're providing results through better service while giving you a greater value for your dollar. Visit us on the web at mcnbonline.com. McCurtain County National Bank in Idabel, Broken Bow, Hochatown, and Valiant.
Yeah, welcome back. Savages lead by 15. 3 minutes left as they are And Hilldale Hornets 22. That 15 is the max tiebreaker points in district play. Skip, how does that figure into what else you see around the district?
Well, all the leaders are going to win tonight, Hilldale being the only one that's going to lose. So it's 35-13 over McLean, Poto over McLean. Ada beat Stillwell 53-13, and Salisaw beat Glenpool 38-7.
Savages taking hold on here will remain the only undefeated team in district play. Here comes the kick, expected to land around the 30-yard line on this side of the field, and it bobbles.
We've got it.
And we've got it.
Oh, it's still on the
It's
ground.
still on the ground. Mason Mays was under.
I think they got it.
I don't know.
No, I don't think so. I think I saw their guy jump on it. Oh, he got it. Wow. We take it away from him at the bottom of the pile.
We've got an injured player, though. No, they have an injured player.
Somebody hit him in the ribs, and he coughed the football up because he jumped on it. I
may
saw
have been
him.
Taylor.
I saw him jump on the football. I saw it, and that's why I thought they had possession. But we must have got it away from him at the bottom of the pile.
Oh, that's a huge play.
That's the ball game.
That's the ball game.
Yeah, that's the ball game now.
Timeout. Two timeouts left.
They do have 2 timeouts left. Yeah.
We're a first down away from running out the clock.
Yeah, but they're down 15, so they're. Right. I mean, why would they stop the clock? I guess for tiebreaker points.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they?
Yeah, exactly.
Use your timeouts.
Well, that puts.
We're not going to kneel it though. I can tell you. I can tell by looking at this set. We're not going to kneel it.
We're going to give it to Bailey. And Bailey looking nice job of protecting the football. Got both hands on.
Lost about a half a yard or so, but more importantly, the clock moving with 2:47 left.
And they're not going to call a timeout and let it move. And so.
Yeah, this is going to be the ball game. So if they reset.
Understood that. Quote, saving your timeouts for offense. You have control of the football when you're on offense. I mean, when you're on defense is when you need to,
We can run it down to just under a minute without doing anything but just running a base dive play.
But keep in mind, we can also wait until there's a second left in the play clock and call a timeout because we have 2 left.
That's true.
As it is, it's going to be 2nd and 10. Same formation. It's going to be a handoff. Bailey, a little delay, and once again.
Forehand again. Padding his stats here. Well, he's a good tackler anyway, but he's getting some easy ones right here on this position.
He does make the tackle though, and that's gonna.
So when they're gonna reset the play clock here? He's waiting still. Play clock now resets, so we can go to 1:15.
Yep.
So we'll snap it at about 1:20 or so here, and it's only 3rd down, so we still have a 4th down to go. I think Savages will run base again, just straight ahead.
Yeah, talk about that line. I mean, you've got McDaniel in there at center and those big guards. Cam Jackman back in the ball game the last couple of weeks, making a big difference. Kaplan Burris.
Yeah.
And then
a couple of massive guards.
Reese Hoover back in tonight. And that made a difference. Here's going to be a handoff. It's going to be Bailey looking for running room. Has some. Bailey through, and Bailey's going to get the first down and more. Bailey still going down inside the 15.
Quinlan wants a touchdown.
He does. He really does.
Yeah. Quinlan wants a touchdown. 1:15 left. 1:16 left. Clock stops as they move the chains, but we've got a reset already on the play clock, so we'll have to snap it again.
Now, Savage is going to advance to 4-0 in district play.
They are.
Possession of first place in District 4A4. Picked in preseason to finish at the bottom.
Yeah, fantastic start. 6-1 on the season.
And there's the victory formation.
And they're going to get their full tiebreakers here. So.
Going to snap it.
He's going to snap it at 1 second. There he is.
Nails it. And that's going to be.
So if they reset it here.
Yep.
We'll have to snap it again, but they're going to wait.
No,
we're going to have to snap it one more time. And
yeah, I mean it's 2nd down, so.
Yeah, we're going to get the tiebreakers plus 15, and the win. More importantly, staying on top of the district, unbeaten in district play, 4-0. Hilldale drops to 2 losses in district play now, having lost to Salisaw in double overtime to open the district play. So the Savages clearly in the driver's seat now, with Ada still left on the schedule next week. And then we have McLean at McLean. Then the Poto.
And that is also a Thursday night.
It is a Thursday, Halloween game.
McLean.
And then the Pirates come to town for senior night at the end of this regular season. So, Chris, to your point earlier, that all but assures the Savages of a playoff position. It's almost impossible mathematically. There is one scenario where we could still be eliminated from the playoffs, but it's a pretty outrageous one.
That's if Glenpool wins out.
It would have Stillwell or Glenpool would have to beat one of the top teams and cause a log jam. But even then, the Savages are still staying at their plus 15 on the tiebreakers. So I don't see how we lose even in a tiebreaker, because we would have to lose to someone by 15 points and lose some of these tiebreaker points.
Yeah, the thing is, the Savages are in charge of their own destiny. They are in the sole possession of the driver's seat, the only undefeated team left in district play. As you see, celebration here by Brandon. And, man, very sloppy game tonight, but when they needed to, they made plays. Came out and singing the fight song there across with the band. Look at them running over there, man. They are happy because they know that at one point, they were in danger of losing this football game, and they didn't. They kept their composure and took over, and he sort of broke the back of the Hilldale Hornets in the fourth quarter.
Well, I mean, it's going to still be a tough film review for them, because there's a lot of things that did not go well. We did a lot of things to hurt ourselves tonight, particularly with turnovers, not taking care of the football, penalties. Granted, some of the penalties questionable as to whether or not they should have been called, but then there were certain penalties that was no question that we were making mistakes. So there's a good look at our guys dancing and singing to the fight song as the Savages get the win over Hilldale.
It was a lot of fun. That's one thing. Again, this is
both respective teams in front of their bands as they play their fight songs.
Well, it was a big win. As I said, it was the Savages in first, Hilldale in second place in the district coming into tonight. Now it's just Brokobo. As you mentioned, we go on the road next week, and that's a tough game.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you let's pull those district standings back up again, would you? Let's give me an overlay on. Yeah, there you go. Let's see those. So here's the district standings, and you can see that Ada and Poto both won tonight, as did Sallisaw. So they're all going to keep pace with one loss. Hilldale will drop to 2 losses, so they're 2-2. They're going to drop down effectively into third place now with a 3-way tie for second place between Ada, Poto, and Sallisaw. Now, we've already played Sallisaw. We play Ada next week in Ada, a game that unfortunately I'm going to have to miss. But wow, what an important football game it is for the Savages and their district title hopes. If they can beat the Ada Cougars in Ada, they pretty much are destined for the championship, unless Poto can win out and force a one-game winner-take-all, against us and Poto. Yeah, the only chance that Poto had would be if we beat Ada. Well, McLean could be a deal breaker. Yeah.
Well, and look at it. The bright part of Brobo it is Thursday night. They have an extra day to prepare for Ada. Brokobo also last year almost pulled off the upset at it. Went for 2 at Ada, almost pulled off the upset there last year. And so they know that team is beatable. And after, the play tonight, believe me, there is going to be concentration on execution and not making mistakes. I think they're going to have a great week of practice. They're going to need one to go face the Ada Cougars at their place. But we'll be up there on Friday night, next Friday, to bring you another edition of Brokobo Football.
I want to say thanks to our sponsors, our media partners, for helping us put this on and putting all this broadcast together. They're so extra helpful to us, just helping us to be able to bring Brokobo Savage football to you. It's such an exciting year, and the Savages really playing well. I mean, we as much as we did struggle tonight, you've got to overall look at how well we're playing as a team. The great statistics that we've had. Hilldale put up a great fight tonight, but the Savages with the 15-point win. And again, our thanks to Jennifer Broadus, State Farm Insurance, to the Broken Tiki, to McCurtain County National Bank, and to the Choctaw Nation Together We're More campaign. Those are our media partners. And then we also have banner ads tonight from Russell's Appliances, Cheryl's Pharmacy, and the Broken Bow Family Clinic.
Broken Family Clinic, yeah. Good long-time sponsors of Savage football, and certainly appreciate all their support. Yeah. And we're going to, again, if you appreciate these broadcasts, please go to these sponsors. Thank them. Tell them how much we appreciate their sponsorship of Broken Bow football and letting you watch these games from the comfort of your home or the convenience of your phone anytime on the Broken Bow Savage YouTube channel. And man, it has been a great night to be a Savage. undefeated in district play and headed to Ada to face the Cougars next week. Any last words, Skip, or thoughts?
Well, I would say so much thanks to Zach West on the main camera tonight for West Jeans down on the field, doing a fantastic job with the kind of our new toy or new novelty there, being able to do some cutaways, and Jonathan Calloway directing tonight, keeping us moving. You and I, Chris, kind of just stepping back and letting these guys do their thing. And it was a lot of great images tonight. So I appreciate those guys working hard, helping us get the broadcast to go. We'll be, again, live from Ada next week, minus me, which probably makes things go smoother. So
no, but actually, it's Coach Lascelles going to be with us.
That's
going to
true,
be kind of
yeah.
exciting. He's from Pauls Valley originally. Oh, forgot Broken Bow Activity Shots, also a sponsor, also a banner sponsor. But yeah, he's going to be up there, and of course, he has not only a great knowledge of football, also a great knowledge of that area, being from Pauls Valley, and I look forward to that. To have him as a
he's got wrestling season coming up too, so you can talk to him about that.
We're going to discuss that probably at halftime.
He was a great wrestler himself, a state champion while he was in high school. So a fantastic job tonight by the Broken Bow Savages. 37-22 winners over the Hilldale Hornets, and they stay alone atop District 4A4.
Well, it's good night for tonight. We will see you next Friday. And remember, once a Savage,
always a Savage.
This is my time. This is my moment. You better bet that I'm on it. Ready and set, I'ma own it. Blasted to 10, then keep going. There ain't no coasting. I never settled on play. Putting the kettle to flame.